Come on.
Hello, everyone.
Come on, Dolphin.
And welcome to this next episode of The Devouring Dark. Last time, if somebody wants to chime in, they can. Because I'm lazy today.
Last time we fucked up a tree. Finally got out of the necromancer's lair with the artifact that we got from the tree, being / whatever it might be. Then set out on our plan for world domination. I think.
And I joined this chaos.
Yes, and he joined this chaos.
Yes, there was more. Plenty more.
I just gave the short and dirty.
Just kind of want to know where we're going to start, because we did a lot of shit. Like, we made barrels, we have a bunch of goo in the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still able to live in the cabin? Or is it too full?
Where we're going to start is at the water veins.
Yep, we are at the water veins, yes.
Mm-hmm. Where one of Ben's more crazier characters was taking over, well, quote-unquote, my quote-unquote settlement, where I had my advisors look at a deal from, well, Howler, also Ben's character.
Yeah, they're not going to find anything. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely don't have an advisor that's very good at that shit, because he's an advisor for nothing. Sure.
Anyway. Yes. So basically they destroyed the evil within the Necromancer's lair that was controlling all the undead in the Necromancer's, or the Undead Forest, or whatever it's called. Undead Wood, or whatever. I forget what I named it.
How long have I been gone?
A long time.
So long, we already finished the campaign. Sorry, you do not need it anymore.
No.
Hey, don't be rude, Joe.
Ow!
Just a joke.
Okay.
Gio never jokes, he's too serious.
We
yeah,
haven't
always.
played very much since then.
Mm-hmm.
They only managed to defeat the boss, because we haven't really been able to play very much. So.
Mm-hmm.
And when we have played, me and Ben has just been trading for weed and opium. Literally.
Oh. Yeah,
Like, do you
that
have
sounds
a
like you.
wand? No? Okay.
Well, yeah, Lonnie
You trade
was
for
here one day. So your character is with the group already.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they managed to defeat the boss, which was this big, gnarled mass of roots, known as the Heart of the Forest. And it was undead, to be fair.
Part of the undead forest, just for the ones that are like, how could they kill a forest? No, it's an undead forest.
Yeah. And
The forest was already dead.
all the trees were linked up to this heart, so when they destroyed it, all the trees that were undead in the forest are no longer animated. So, that's a thing. And Lucius was looking at this artifact to try to control various other undead creatures. So that was happening. You guys took a short trip down to the water veins, where Zaraskon's settlement is, and it turns out that there was a crazy person who thought he was the ruler, like some sort of king over peasants. And yeah, he ran away for a bit, so he's gonna be gone. For a little while. Howler, I'm gonna say, is gonna try to find out more on that situation.
He's still playing Howler right now?
Yep.
Grand Admiral Howler.
We haven't seen Tabaki since you went away? I mean, the last mission we did with Tabaki was the Safe Sanctum or whatever the spell was that took a week or something.
Mm-hmm.
The big-ass spell. That's the last mission we did with Tabaki.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the troll guy. So, now you guys are at the water veins, and you guys have been hanging out on the ship mostly. Zarascon left the ship for a little while. A crazy guy came onto the ship for a little while. And that's where we're at. But since we have a new person, I had to find a creative way to get him to you guys. So I have a multi-path thing like I have for most people that have joined since before, like after the beginning. So, Olaf, what is your character? What is his name?
His name is Jack Tempest.
Oh, okay. Alright, so Jack.
Yeah.
You've been living out your life, eking out in relatively, boring life up in the clouds, of the elemental plane of air. Mostly you've lived out most of your life in a castle, that is floating on these clouds that are able to hold stone on them. And your mother, the the Jinn, so she's like a genie. She's been taking care of the goings on in the castle for most of your life. You've been with Erakokra, have been making sure that you haven't been hurt or anything. She mostly, your mother spends most of her time seeing clients for wishes. They're usually just menial wishes that don't really mean anything. But if there are bad people who wish to have their wish granted, she does those too, but not in the way that they expect, usually. So that's been your life for the most part. You've been given pretty much anything to your disposal, at your disposal. She's summoned books to help teach you. She's summoned tutors and everything that would teach you anything that you wanted to learn. So that's most of your beginning. So that means that now, after you've been tinkering for a few months on a particular project, trying to get a remedial musket working, let me see. How old is your character?
Did I write his age? 26.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So you're relatively young, especially for an Air Genasi. They live slightly longer than humans. So, yeah, you're just hanging around at the castle trying to get your latest project working. When suddenly the here's what's gonna happen.
Beautiful.
I'm just gonna turn that down.
Oh. It can happen. It can happen.
Perfect.
Children.
So anyway, you've been working on your latest project. Your mother has been seeing a slightly, a relatively long lull in clients. No one's been showing up. She's not sure why, but you don't really care, other than the fact that she's been now coming to try to be present in your life suddenly. which also means that she's sort of like talking to you and bothering you, sort of like, so how are things, and all this nonsense, all the time, and it's been slightly annoying. However, a few days of this go by, and let's see if okay, so suddenly, after she's been asking about minute details of what you're trying to do, which is slightly distracting. She the door bursts open as an Aarakocra enters the room and says, in what was the language?
Oren?
Yeah, Oren.
Or Aaron.
So yeah, you have that. It says, "We are under attack." It bursts
Okay.
into the room saying that.
So
So I'm leaving it open because this is part of your backstory. I didn't have a chance to get to it before now, so let's do it.
rush over to him and ask what's going on.
All right. He points down the hallway, and you see one of the Aarakocra, one of your guards that has been around since you were a child, that used to guard your cradle when your mother was busy. He is standing in the hallway with his spear ready to attack something, and just as he's about to thrust it forward, a big glom of black gelatinous material just latches onto his head, and he just seems to be grabbing at it and drops his spear as it just envelops his entire body, and he just sort of slumps over onto the floor, and he turns into this like hemispherical glob of black gelatinous material on the floor. And you see, coming around from the side, something with a very long neck and a lizard-like face is just sort of starting to crane its head around the corner.
Okay. Do I have my musket?
It's there, but you've been testing it, and the problem is that it kind of if you at this moment in the since we're role playing this, if you roll a 3 or lower, it blows up, like it misfires.
So I have to fix it if I get a 3 or low.
Yeah. Just for now.
Okay. Does the lizard thing just stare in or just eat people?
It seems like it's coming towards you. You're not sure, but that older Aarakocra just got like enveloped by this black gelatinous substance, and he's now on the floor. You can't see his shape anymore. It's just like this hemispherical shape that has just enveloped him. It looks kind of like a slime, which you've read about.
Well, it seems to want to attack. I fire at it with a musket.
Alright, roll an attack.
I assume that hits.
Yes, that hits him.
I have my radiant chip in it.
Okay.
So that's damage.
Alright, so that is 23 damage.
Yep.
I'll keep track of that just in case it matters, but it is a
I use-
backstory portion, so there is probably an event that's going to happen. But I'll say that there is a chance that you can change my mind on how this plays out, depending on how much damage you do.
I use my second attack to reload and fire again.
Okay. Alright. 30 hits. for much less damage. That's 11. That's about half of what you did last turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. Just give me a second. Alright, perfect. Yes, you dealt some damage to it. It seems like it took damage. But it is not stopping its advance. And as it starts to come around the corner, you see that there's like this fat, dragon-like body that's following this really long neck that is craning around the corner. And as its head gets within about 10 feet of you, which is what it's doing on its turn, I'm gonna get you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Alright, it starts coughing towards you. And you see a bunch of this black liquid or gelatinous material that hit your Erakokra guard, just sort of fly towards you, and you sort of just move out of the way, and it hits the floor, and it just sort of congeals into a very small lump of gelatinous material on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it's trying to do the same thing to you as it did to your guard. However, your other guard walks forward, and instead of it attacking you twice, he stands in front of you and shields you from the next attack, and he gets hit in the face similar to the other guard, and he is beginning to be consumed by this black gelatinous material, and even the little gelatinous material that was on the floor just sort of goes over to his foot and starts doing the same thing.
Uh-huh.
So that's the enemy turn. What do you wish to do? Your mother just sort of looks out into the hallway and seems to be preparing to do something, but you're not sure what.
Does it look like she's using magic or something?
She has the ability to grant wishes, and she can grant minor wishes as many times a day as she wants, but she seems to be preparing a major wish spell.
I will try to protect her, I guess.
Alright.
So keep shooting at the dragon?
Fair enough.
I don't know how it works with the range and shit now.
It's 10 feet away.
So still, is disadvantage or normal?
It's normal, because you're using a ranged weapon, so as long as it's over 5 feet away from you, then you're fine.
I'll actually spend a grit.
Alright, go ahead.
And then I shot to get advantage on the rope.
Sure.
And sharpshooter her. That thing.
18 just barely hits it.
So that's... Wanna roll? A lot of damage.
Yeah, you did do a lot of damage on that one. Alright. It takes that damage right to the face. It seems like it's bloodied.
I will second attack reload and shoot again without sharpshooter.
Okay. Alright, 28 to hit. Hits.
19 damage.
Okay. Yeah, it's looking hurt. Okay, the dragon seems to be focusing some sort of thing in its throat, which it did before, to shoot this congealed black gunk on you. So that's another Constitution saving throw.
That's a 24 because there's not advantage on that.
Okay. You manage. It gets onto your gun, and it seems to be moving like a slime, similar to a slime, up your weapon. But you manage to just sort of like throw, like move your gun forward and shake your gun, and it just sort of falls onto the floor. It seemed like it didn't have enough grip, and it falls onto the floor. It starts congealing back up towards the dragon. However, it does have a second attack. I need you to make another Constitution saving throw. Alright, you manage to... This time you know what it's going to do, and you manage to just move out of the way, and the black gunk just sort of hits the wall and then just starts slowly climbing up the doorway that you just came out of. It is your turn. However, as your turn starts, you notice that some sort of black arcane symbol is appearing on your mother's head.
Can I make an Arcana check on it?
Sure. This doesn't usually happen when she uses her wish ability. You sense that it is malicious in nature. You've never seen the symbol before, however.
Okay, I'm getting a little worried, but I have a fucking dragon with me.
Fair enough.
Like, is it my turn now?
Yep, it's your turn.
Let's shoot it again.
Alright, 19 hits it. $13 damage. Okay, yeah, it's getting hurt.
Shoot again.
18 just barely hits it. So 15. It's hanging on there, but it's really hurt.
Action Church.
Okay.
Fuck it. Another grip.
Okay.
Sharpshooter again.
22. That hits. Holy moly.
And once more. That's a misfire. No, it's not. Because it's a 7, so it's not a misfire, but it misses, so ignore the damage.
Yeah. However, you didn't need to hit with that other attack, as the dragon falls to the ground, unmoving. However, after your turn is over, you look back at your mother, the Jin, and the symbol is now firmly placed in the middle of her forehead, her eyes glowing a bright white, and her mouth being covered over by a bright white smile. And you hear a voice that you've never heard before, saying, "Put down your weapon." It is your turn.
I put down my weapon.
And as you do so, your mother reaches over with her hand and just touches your forehead, and nothing. You see nothing and experience nothing for a little, you're not sure how long. It's just blackness, void. Suddenly, you awaken when you hear you're laying on the floor in the castle, and you hear what sounds like really large insect wings flapping.
Okay.
And you're laying on the floor in the middle of the castle, but not in the room where you lost consciousness.
Is anyone around?
Make a perception check. Alright, you see a gigantic fly with a human face and hair. Just sort of flying in the corner of the room. And it seems to be attacking your mother.
I shoot it.
Has like this big pronounced black symbol in the middle of her forehead.
I will shout and get off my mother and shoot it twice again.
Okay.
26.
That hits him. The radiant damage is especially effective.
Oh no.
Good to know.
Okay, I'm gonna actually need to look up his health.
Oh no.
Well, if it is what I think it is, yeah.
I think you have a feeling that I think I have a feeling that Geo knows who this character is.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know what the creature is.
Yes, but this is a particular person
Oh.
that they've met before. Okay.
Isn't this like the dragon dude?
No.
This
This
is
is,
I don't know.
No, I met this dude.
Just to make it obvious, Lucius's father is in this room, attacking his mother.
Yeah,
he
It's
didn't
him.
leave the plane of air, and I didn't plan this either.
Oh gosh.
Olaf just chose an air genasi, and he chose to be from the plane of air. So
Yeah.
That's one dead devil.
I just need to look up his health just to make sure.
I don't
He's
have
not
action
dead
shirt
yet,
anymore,
but
so.
I just need to make sure that he's not like bloodied soon or anything.
But I think he's blood. I think if it's the fly type of deep versus devil, I think he's bloodied.
Let me see.
Just 22 damage. Or something like
I
that.
think it's doubled for devils.
Yeah, but it's 15 and plus. Yeah, like 23 if the radiant is double.
So 22
Actually,
plus
it
20.
is 19.
Oh, 19.
Yeah, I suck at math.
So you can attack him again. If you wish.
Yeah, let's just check this thing. I'm not doing that. Too risky. That's a 4 plus 11, so.
15 is his armor class.
And it just was not a misfire, so good.
Also, your gun isn't fixed yet.
Yeah.
So plus.
You might have attacked your savior, quote unquote.
Okay,
Well, you tap my mother, I'm gonna fucking kill it.
Yeah, he's considered bloodied at this point.
Oh god. Not crippled?
That's my turn.
Okay. He turns around to you and he says, he has this weird proboscis where his mouth is supposed to be. And he goes, you can see the weird tip of the proboscis moving slightly, but his voice sounds like a normal human being or any other humanoid. Mm-hmm. And he goes, I'm trying to save you, you idiot. And he he uses his proboscis to attack. And since this is an attack between two NPCs, I'm not going to roll.
When it said that, can I insight check it?
Sure, you can do that.
15.
Sure, you definitely didn't woke up when you hear the buzzing and he came into the room somehow.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
It seems like your mother is being aggressive towards this creature. So, perhaps he is defending himself, though he does seem like he believes that he is saving you. Whether or not that's the truth, that isn't what insight gives you. Insight just gives you what the character thinks, and he thinks that he's saving you.
I cheat my gun and ask him what's going on then.
Alright, he shoves his proboscis into your mother's forehead where the symbol is. Let me see. Yeah, he's not doing too great since you entered the battle and bloodied him.
I saw a freaky creature attacking my mom. What else should I do?
Yeah, he looks like a giant mosquito. Either way, so she turns towards him. Let's see. In her shadow form, she isn't going to do a wish spell, because that would take too long anyway.
And could be campaign ending.
Yeah, there are certain restrictions on the wish spell. I'll just let you know.
That's very true.
Because you could just wish for the campaign to be over once you get the spell.
Technically, yes.
But that's no fun.
Yeah, exactly.
So why the hell would anyone do that?
Basically, there are safeguards on the wish spell that if it alters the world too much, then a person of opposite alignment wishes for the opposite thing, and then it doesn't do anything. So, that's basically the story reasons as to why it doesn't work. Yeah, Jin are much more powerful than him. So, he is going to get knocked to the floor. You did over half his health and he already had some damage. Yeah, he's gonna get knocked to the floor. Yeah, you did over half his health and he already had some damage from fighting you, because that's what happened. And as your mother came to try to stop him from doing that, you attacked him again. So, yeah, he's done. He's on the floor. He's not instantly dead, however. She just did enough damage to him with, she slashed him with a scimitar.
Ooh.
And he just goes down onto the floor. And he sort of goes into the insect-like, position with his legs in the air, and he's just sort of like twitching on the floor. You could potentially save him if you wish, but the next thing that's going to happen is your mother is going to turn towards you and say, "Put down your weapon."
I already have done that, so...
And she's going to start walking towards you.
Yeah, I'm a bit on edge.
Alright, so what do you do?
It just kind of shocked and just stands there, but like, okay, what the fuck?
Okay, that's fine. So, she strides forward towards you, and as she's about to touch your forehead again, you see another Jin entering the room behind her. She hasn't noticed him, but you're looking the opposite direction of her, like she's walking towards you, and the other Jin is behind her, and you're looking towards her, and you can see the other Jin behind her. She hasn't noticed him. You can try to intervene if you wish.
Does he look like he's gonna attack the guy behind her?
Yeah.
And she doesn't seem to be like herself.
She has these white glowing eyes that are covering up her usual irises and everything, and she has this weird glowing mouth. It's almost like she's wearing a smiling mask.
Mm. I don't intervene.
Okay. You see another Jin's scimitar just sort of go right through her chest. Because that other guy did quite a bit of damage, but the problem is you almost killed him. So, anyway.
I didn't know what to do.
That's fair. The Jin just buries the scimitar through her chest, and you see the symbol begin to flicker slightly, and she falls to the floor, unmoving. And this other Jin says, "You two are related?"
That's my mother.
Well, this is going to take some explaining. As she's laying on the floor, not moving.
I just stand like this, but what the fuck?
Yeah. He says, but she's fine. As you see, like, she has a hole in her chest.
She doesn't look fine.
He walks over to the giant fly thing. He is going to let me see.
She is resting.
I don't know what she's doing.
She's resting. She's just sleeping. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Don't worry
exactly.
about it, dude. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's fine, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. She's resting.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have a spell to help his friend. So he is just going to use his medicine, which is based on wisdom.
Jins are pretty wise.
It's not their best stat, but yes.
No, that's more like, I think the strength for charisma is their highest.
Strength and charisma are their highest. Strength is above that by 1 point, but it doesn't make the modifier change. And then their next best, actually their best stat is Constitution. My mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's Strength and Charisma.
Yeah, that sounds
Then
right.
it's Wisdom.
Yeah, that sounds right. When Genasis get +2 in con naturally, so yeah, that sounds more accurate.
Yep. So, yeah, +3.
Can I assist him?
Do you wish to assist him in reviving this fly person?
Yes.
If you wish to assist him, then he gets advantage. Unless if you have higher medicine.
+3 as well.
Okay. You can roll medicine then, since it's the same.
With advantage?
Yep.
13.
Alright, you managed to stabilize him. His wounds are no longer fatal. Which they were before. So, yeah, he'll survive, but it'll take him an hour. Your mother is laying on the floor, but you see something weird happen to her. The symbol on her forehead vanishes. and her eyes and mouth change back to the way they were, and her wound seals itself.
Okay. That's
So you
interesting.
see that happen as you're helping him address the wounds of this weird fly creature. And you can now do a thing if you wish. She's still laying on the floor.
I don't fully understand what's going on there, but Mother seems fine.
I told you, she's fine.
But what about this guy? He seems fine too.
Yeah, you, with your help. And literally, because you got it on the second roll, I'm going to say that it was because you were helping him. He would have made a mistake that would have made things slightly worse. Which is what the 9 would have done. So he says, yeah, you caught that mistake in time, so... this fly guy's going to be fine.
Do you... Okay, what was this? What happened? If you know.
See the weird black stuff?
Yeah, I shot it quite a bit of time. Yeah, I quite hurt it. And then I woke up and it was not there.
Yes. Well, you were taken over by the shadow. Luckily, I came down here because I dealt with some Aarakocra in the hallway. Some of your guards are fine. But I had to deal with this since my companion, or the person who is aiding me in this endeavor, I forget what they're called, Shemisei or something like that? The demon thing.
Chasme.
Yeah, Shazame. He says, this Shazame has been aiding me. And he whispers to you, not really sure why. It's like a demon thing, but...
Yeah, I almost killed it.
Yeah, I can see that your bullet wound did something to it. But anyway, he sort of just is sort of trying to think back, and he says, my castle was relatively safe, but the shadow was winning until a group of heroes managed to save, what was the name of the city? Oh, I'm always looking up things.
No clue.
It's in the book. It's in the Dungeon Masters. Okay. I forget what page it's on, but it's the page that has the planes and stuff on it. Oh, here it is. Oh yeah, Aqua. AAQA. It's the city in the sky. That's on the plane of air. It's the most important city on the entire plane of air. So he's basically telling you that a group of heroes came and relinquished Aqua from the Shadow's control, and now the tide of the war on the plains has been shifted. Is basically what he tells you. But apparently your castle, being one of the many castles that Air Genasi have, however, Air Genasi have become more rare in recent years, due to them being hunted by the Afridi. Yeah. The Afridi and the Air Genasi, at least as far as your character is aware, they're not on good terms because the Air Genasi are being maliciously hunted by the Afridi for almost no good reason. Maybe in ancient times there was a good reason, but that reason is long gone, and it's just the Ifriti attacked the Air Genasi the Jinn for no reason. So there's barely any Jinn left in existence. You're not sure how many there are exactly, because they live in these castles that are very few and far between. This Air Genasi says that he found your castle and because it was a source of shadow creatures that were still on the plane. So they tracked them back to this castle, and apparently your mother was the source, is what he ends up telling you.
Okay, so if I understand you right, all this shadow thing is some ancient magic shit that fucked up everything.
He seems to indicate that he doesn't know. He says, I don't know. It just showed up one day. Things from other planes of existence, even planes we aren't aware of, seem to be showing up here. But you're free now, so you can do things if you want.
These adventurers you talked about, how did they get to your castle?
Oh, well, it's a long story. And he's going to go through telling of their various adventures, and if one of the players wishes, if any of them are still here, apparently, Geo is switching windmills.
Yeah.
Lonnie, you remember the, based off of the genie from Aladdin, Jinn, that you interacted with before. He's going to describe some of your adventures, and since you're a player who went through those adventures, you can tell him about the things that you did.
The one where, like, we were in his, carpet? Am I mixing people together?
No, you weren't in his carpet, no.
I forgot.
He like summoned a feast, and you guys partook of the feast. He like magically summoned, like, he pushed Edo-san out the door with a bunch of chairs and tables one time because Edo-san was annoying him.
If I remember correctly, Lily was just eating and was not paying too close attention to a bunch of the stuff that was going on.
Yeah,
same with Explo. He was literally shoving his face full of chocolate while he was trying to steal all his silver platters.
Yeah, he literally stole a bunch of silver from this guy. A guy actually, one of the more interesting things that he tells you, since Ben isn't here, one of Ben's characters died, and his corpse was at the table at the feast. But his character got revived the next day, because he took a potion.
He was the one with that potion.
Yeah, the air, the Jinn, he basically like animated his body using wind to make it look like he was eating food and stuff. Yeah, So they had some good times. He's apparently been tracking them. He's been messaging them every once in a while. And he got them to. He helped them teleport back to their respective planes, that sort of thing, and do what they wanted to do. He also summoned them back to help fight against the threat. And they did so. Because it seems as though most of Jin's the Jinny's power, if he tries to use a wish spell, some sort of weird thing happens to him and he blacks out for a while. Which apparently happened to your mother, only worse. Apparently. So she's laying on the floor after he finishes his story, and she starts to stir a little bit.
Oh, I rush over to her.
Yeah, she gets up. What happened? And she starts looking around.
Well, you were kind of... Your spell misfired in a bad way, to say it that way. And you almost tried to kill... Yeah, everyone. Almost.
Close enough. She goes... And she looks over, sees the other Jin standing there. And she says... I forget his name.
Who?
The Jin.
Oh, the Jin.
Our Jin? The one we met?
Yep.
I have no idea.
Geo would probably have it. Let me see. Because he was a pretty major character for quite a relatively large arc of the story. And I forgot
It was
his name.
something Nos. Like, something Nos?
Nostril.
I'm gonna
Nos.
look at Geo's Edosan sheet to see if he has it written down somewhere.
Well, he
not,
does
I'll
tend to
have to
write down
check it.
everything.
If not, I'll have to check the huge character document that we have.
Maybe I actually have it.
Do you know shit?
No, but if I steal something from somebody,
okay.
I literally write the name and plates.
Ah.
So if I stole his silverware, I should maybe have it.
That's the Temple Council.
There's a big possibility I've already traded all those plates for weed.
Sounds like it. All your characters, at least.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. His name is Desif.
Okay.
Dessif.
That's decisive of him.
SIF?
Yep. DEESSIF.
Okay.
And your mother goes, "Long time no see, Desif." And he goes, "Wait a minute." And he starts thinking, did you give a name to your mother?
No, I don't think of it.
Okay.
Mommy?
Mommy dearest?
Mommy dearest.
I usually, when I am making NPC, I just roll in random name generator, but I don't know if you can't run random for a genie.
I think there is a genie.
Just make up a name like a normal person.
It's not for D&D, but it is for... Well, is this for D&D?
Just name her Olga. Or Babushka or something. Something simple.
Babushka!
Babushka.
Give me a second, I'm just making a final random name now. Could make it simple. Sure, Sefa. S-E-F-A.
S-E-F-A? Okay.
Yeah. Tifa.
I'm gonna call her Jeff.
Her name is Jeff.
Alright, he goes, wait, Sifa. I remember, in how many years? She goes, well, since the beginning of the war, maybe 10,000 years? And he goes, no wonder I didn't recognize you. So they seem to have some sort of camaraderie. You've never seen him before. In fact, you've never seen another Jin before.
Yeah, this is new for me. I only lived for 20 years. I don't know what's going on.
So that's happening. As that's happening, what do you wish to do?
Oh, they're too basic. Actually, I want to ask Mr. Desif if he said he had communicated with the adventurers, and I asked him, well, if you, I assume they're not from this plane then.
He goes, no, they're from the prime material plane. And you know about the prime material plane. It's, let me see if I can get this picture bright enough so you guys can see it. That might work. See, do you see this picture?
Yeah.
Can
find my DM's guide and see it myself too.
Yeah. If you guys have a DM's guide, it's on page 57. Basically, it's how the planes are oriented relative to the main material plane. So you guys are on the plane of air, which, according to this picture, is on the left side. And between the wind plane, the plane of air, and the material plane is a plane called the Shadowfell, which is not a nice place, but usually people who travel between them, the different planes, usually they just teleport directly to where they want to go. So traveling directly to where you want to go using like planes and different things like that, like walking from one plane to the next one, usually isn't a good idea. There are certain creatures that can, but like a human, if they got like 20 miles before the intersection between planes, they would die from whatever thing is in between them. Let me see here. The plane of ash, if you look on the picture there, the space between the plane of air and the plane of fire. If a human got like within like 30 miles of that, it would be so hot that they would just die. So, yeah, you usually can't cross planes that easily. But things like Jinazi, or Jin, I should say. Certain types of Jin, depending on the obstacles, they can, but not always. It depends on what obstacles in their way. So, either way, he says, yeah, they're from the main material plane, the prime material.
Well, I heard a lot of the material plane. Do you have any means I can get to them?
So you wish to help them?
Well, if this shit is all around all the planes, yes.
Alright. He just walks over, and your mother is like, "Are you sure you wish to do this?"
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
She nods and looks over to him. He just raises his hand and just taps you on the forehead, and he casts Plane Shift on you, which is one of the few spells he can do once per day. So he just casts Plane Shift on you, and you are now on the Prime Material Plane where they are. So now everyone gets to chime back in.
When Geo, whenever he returns.
Yeah, his character isn't on the ship anyway. And Howler is going to investigate his secondary character, one of his other secondary characters. So those two are not part of this. So, yeah, it's Lily and Echo. So,
Yeah.
here's what's been happening. Both of you have been sitting on the ship waiting for Zarascon to arrive back. Howler has said that he's going to go try to, said to Explo at least, that he's going to go and try to find that. He's going to try to find that crazy guy.
I would have told Lily.
What?
I would have told Lily.
Okay.
If she didn't hear it.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to go try to find that weird crazy guy. that had the weird air horse.
Oh yeah, the one I didn't the one I weren't allowed to blow up, right?
Yeah.
That guy. Okay. He called me short.
Well, he also called you the King of Fish.
Yeah, for a little while.
So,
I am the King of Fish, apparently.
So, yeah, you two are just sort of waiting for Zarascon to return or Howler to return. And what ends up happening is suddenly, I'll say that you guys are hanging out on one part of the ship.
So cue the Jeopardy music?
Yeah, you guys are just sort of hanging out, waiting. When suddenly you hear and you see like a rip in reality just open up, and you see an air genasi just sort of fall out of it onto the floor.
Yeah.
Do we know this
Just
guy?
take out my walkie-talkie and talk to the rest of the rest of the army. Take it down.
No, you guys
Get
have
the
never seen this
RPGs. Get
guy
the stingers.
Before. Okay, so how far away from me is he?
He's approximately 25, 30 feet away from you.
Okay,
How long would we have waited?
You were only waiting about an hour when this happened.
An hour?
Yeah.
An hour is an hour. Only 82 hours left until I've managed to queue up the big-ass gun on my bear.
Yep.
I have been stacking those up.
Alright, so Lily skips over to him and says, "Hey, what you got? Got any magic in there?"
What?
Hey, what you got? You got any magic in there?
Oh, he hasn't seen other people, so he's just like, okay. I guess I'm here.
Mister!
Oh, hey, who are you? I say in primordial because I don't know if they know it. So it probably doesn't
Can you
understand.
speak common at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's able
Okay,
to.
that's good.
Mister! Everybody knows who I am. My name is Rose Thorn, and I was born in this place, and... Look, do you know any magic? I'm hungry!
Hey, are you short?
Yes,
she's a
she's a half. She's a halfling.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking tall, so. He's like 6'7".
She's wearing heavy armor though.
You're a beast.
Yeah, I'm not
Probably
very...
lift. She can probably lift heavier than you.
Yeah,
You,
more
you
wind.
won't be able to lift up her her axe. I'm sure of it. Export tried once. He almost pooped his pants.
So it seems like she don't understand what I say. So I switched to common.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't say it in common, so you just hear a lot of wind noises.
Yep.
Whoo! You
She can
sound
actually
like
speak a
Elsa!
little wind. She can.
Huh?
She can actually speak a little wind. She,
Just a little
you don't remember? You learned a little bit. You learned the most common phrases from one of the giants that we helped out.
Well,
One of the
most likely didn't say any of them.
Yeah, those guys.
And I am like expertise at it because I was born talking it.
So as soon as Expo sees that there's an air genasi, do Expo even know what kind of realms they come from? Can I do like a check?
You can make a nature. Yeah, nature.
Nature?
You can make nature or history.
Oh, they have the same thing. Oh, a natural one. Awesome.
The smart guy gets a natural one.
Yeah.
You're
It's
not
a
sure.
10.
You know what he is, because you know most of the races that normally exist. They're relatively rare, however. But yeah, you don't know exactly where he comes from.
But do I remember seeing anything like it when we were in the air realm? Void. Place.
No, you didn't encounter
plane.
any air genasi.
Okay, cool. In that case, I'm not afraid of all my gold and platinum. I will not try and hide it. But shit, it's one of the guards from the bank.
Shit!
They've come for me.
Yeah, the most common guards on
gold.
the most common guards on the plane of air are Aarakocra, which are the
Okay.
bird people.
Aarakocra can only repeat with the word, or have a.
They have a language.
They have a language.
That's Kenku.
Kenku can only repeat.
Yeah,
Kenku, that's what I was thinking
Kenkus.
of.
Yeah, Kenku can't fly either, which
I can't talk
the
technically.
Aarakocra can.
Yeah.
Though, now that you
Winning the
mention
sales!
it,
Winning the sales!
Yeah.
though now that you mention it, the Kenku and the Aarakocra, most scholars theorize that they have a similar origin point. It's just that the Kenku were cursed for some reason. At least that's the theory.
Well, for me, that theory actually adds up because every fucking Kenku I've ever met so far has been an asshole.
So yeah, I see two small people with me. Because I assume Explo is the
Very
Explo you have been before. So is the gnome guy.
Yes, he is a gnome.
No.
Yeah, he might
Okay.
be a gnome, but he is currently sitting on top of a giant mecha bear.
Oh, you see a mecha bear and you're like, wow, you got some more advanced than me. This is
course I
very
am,
interesting
I'm
in your
smart.
gun.
My gun is bigger than your arm. It's
Probably.
almost as big as my bear.
Actually, he doesn't have a gun.
The rifle cannon tower thing.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, that thing.
Hello.
That thing. Yeah. He does have that.
Yard. 2
Just
seconds
doesn't
just
work
to
yet.
get my cat out of my room.
Okay, so
Poor
I'll
kitty.
say that now, Zaraskan,
Mm-hmm.
you gave the paper to your
Advisor.
advisors. They say that they're gonna need maybe a day or two to make sure that they look over everything.
Okay.
So you decided to return to the airship.
And give them the info, of course.
So you return to the airship. You notice that Howler is gone. And you walk down into the belly of the ship. And you see a new person. You see an air genasi. Just sort of standing in the middle of the room, and your your gnome and your halfling companion are just sort of talking to him.
So, who's this new fellow?
Honestly, I have no idea.
He's gonna make us some food, and we're gonna eat. I'm so hungry. Do you have any food?
Apparently,
So-
he's gonna make us some food.
So, question is, does he have his back towards me?
Yes.
Okay, do you turn around as soon as you
Okay.
hear him?
I heard a deep voice, so probably yes.
Yeah, turns around, first looks ahead, sees a chest, looks a bit up. Oh, there's face. Quite a bit up.
How tall were you?
7'6".
I'm 9 inches shorter than you.
Okay. Oh, that's the neck. A bit
So I'm
up.
like on your neck.
Yes, I just said that.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
you're
an
tall.
air genasi.
What you doing on my ship,
How
shrimp?
tall are you again?
7'6".
I'm 6'7".
I have no idea, but I'm small.
Genasi's are fucking tall.
Wait,
Child.
6'7"?
Genasi's are much taller than humans
Yeah.
because of their
So-
genie heritage.
Yeah, but let me just see. That's 6'7".
9
1, 2,
inches.
3, 4,
No, wait.
5.
That's more because 1 feet is 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 inches.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, 11. Yeah,
Nearly
actually
full.
11.
Nearly full feet.
I like your clavicle-ish.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys want to roll dick size when we're at it? Or should we just
Let's-
carry on?
I thought a few of you already did, but
We have?
Yes. Last time it went. Yes, we actually did.
there was another time that you guys did, yes.
In front of the child. In front of Lily.
She doesn't see.
Anyway,
Wait, your baby's name is Lily?
No, my character. Also, he's a boy. Well, this
Just
one's
a
a
one boy
boy.
and one girl, Preben.
anyway. So who's the new?
Boys have
who's the
a
new
penis
company?
and girls have a vagina.
Oh my god, yes. Yes.
What?
That.
Do they? I didn't know.
What?
That's from
Well,
something. I don't know
my
what
life
it's
is-
from,
Kindergarten
but
Cop.
what was it from?
Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah.
Boys have a penis and girls have a vagina.
I'm probably the youngest in chat, and I knew that.
Okay.
It's not a tumor! No, that's the wrong movie.
Yeah, that's the movie.
That's the wrong movie.
Okay. Again. So who's this new companion? Ask
We
for the
don't
third
know!
time.
We told you thrice.
Okay.
He's gonna make us food, apparently. So
I
make
am-
us some food. Snap, snap.
So
Come on, let's go.
you have no clue
I'm
where.
confused.
Literally,
Yes.
the only thing I have in my satchel is human beef jerky.
Like, I have food, but that's mostly from me.
I think I've hold on. Put a break on that. Human beef jerky.
You weren't here then?
I know where. Out of character, I know where it's from.
Oh, yeah, right.
In character,
So
I have no clue.
how do you
if
have
that's-
that?
Yeah, you weren't there then. We found a cellar from some crazy ass butchers who made a bunch of beef jerky, and we tried it out, and it was something weird about the taste of it. So we just kind of everybody did checks on it, and we figured out that it's beef jerky made from human meat.
Delicious.
Yeah,
She wants
and
some.
I'm carrying it all with
technically
me. I still
technically
have
the
a
re-
barrel of the stuff.
Technically, the reason why the guy had human beef jerky was because he had a demonic pig that was controlling him to make him do that.
Some
Which
crazy,
also,
wacky
out of
stuff.
character, is still technically controlling Explo.
Yeah, the
Kinda.
pig hasn't come back yet. I have ideas for when that might happen, but it hasn't happened yet.
My last command was to act completely normal as myself. I will return.
Yeah.
That was the last message I got from the pig.
Yeah.
So questions: human beef jerky, really?
Well, it's been useful so far. And I tell them about all the times that I've used beef jerky to trade with people or creatures that actually eat humans that still has an intelligence high enough to be traded with.
As he's talking, he just slowly puts the hand on his face to make him shut up.
But
He's like bending down as far as he can go to reach your mouth, by the way.
yeah,
Yes, I know. Like,
I shouldn't need to because I'm on top of my bear. So
well, he
maybe just a
still
little
has
bit.
to bend down a little bit because you're
He still
still
has
the
to
height of
crouch.
a bear,
mhm.
and he's still
So,
over
eventually-
7 feet tall.
Silence, little one.
Silence, and then just finger snap. There's food in the
Finger snap.
just create food and water.
Oh,
You're
there's
married
food in
like
here.
that.
Food in
Oh,
the
you
ship.
cast create food and water?
Ta-da.
Oh,
Food in
score.
the ship.
I had like 2 words you say because your mic fucks up.
Oh, create food and water.
So
Sweet. Can you make chocolate?
I can.
the food,
Ooh.
however, that he's created, I think according to the spell, it says that the food that he's
Bland.
created is nourishing, but not flavorful.
It's nourishing but bland.
So basically, the chocolate will taste like Nesquik blended out with water.
Yes.
Kind of. Okay.
It won't taste sweet at all.
Yeah, bland but nourishing.
Yeah, so no matter what he creates, it'll be good for you. But it will taste like middle of the road, no matter what.
It's like soy.
Yeah.
Mm.
He can make it look like whatever he wants, but it still tastes relatively the same.
Make a tiny chocolate statue out of me.
Tiny chocolate statue out of you.
That thing's gonna get eaten.
It's not going to taste great, but
You said
It's
tiny.
there.
You said
It's the closest to chocolate Explo has been since the genie.
Yeah, you said tiny. You didn't say how tiny. So
Hey, come on! Life size.
no. You said tiny. You said tiny.
well, how many
tiny, you're
how
like-
many days or how many people can this food feed that you create?
He spawns 45 pounds of food.
Yeah, 45 pounds. So he can make a whole bunch of statues if he wants.
15 humanoids. So for 15 days in actuality for one humanoid.
But it spoils up to 24 hours. So,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so enough for 5 people and 1 lily. Gotcha.
Yeah, so he's created some food.
Okay, so
And
she's
water.
chowing down.
It doesn't taste great, but it fills your stomach. And it's not like poisonous or anything, so it's good for you.
Nom nom nom.
It could use a little salt.
Anyone got some salt? Or pepper?
Damn.
Well-
So vegan.
Or other things?
Or
If I,
Here's
have
gonna
to,
be-
if I have to get the shovel to take out the trash tomorrow, I will be mad.
Okay. Here's one for you. Well, you do have salt for you, but how I'm gonna get it from you, you're not gonna like.
From my tears?
Yes.
Is Explore hearing this conversation?
You're.
you're
It's just
literally
a.
right beside him.
everyone
It's just a
here is in the same room, and
Yes.
as long as you're not saying that you're whispering, anybody can hear.
I just made. He just made a dark joke.
Oh. Well, I can't make salt, but I can make very highly concentrated salt water.
Yeah,
It's kind of the same
can
thing.
create salt water.
That sounds like... let's try it.
'Cause
Sure,
he has an
I will
alchemy
create...
jug.
Since it's water, I'm guessing I can create a few liters of it. If I want.
Can I...
It should
Basically.
actually salt water. It should say in your item description.
It does?
Yes.
Yes.
It does?
It doesn't
Yes.
have things for like mayonnaise or anything. But
Damn, yeah, well, mayonnaise is not very known for being a liquid.
yeah, exactly.
Then it's time to throw it out.
Yeah, exactly. But it does have specifications for
Milk.
clean and salt water.
Also, mayonnaise, how many pounds there is in it?
Can create 2 gallons per minute. But I don't know of what. Pour the liquid out. Use action, blah blah blah. Choose a liquid. You can
Oh, it can
uncork the
just choose
jug.
any. So it's 2
Yes.
gallons per minute. So you can dump out 2 gallons per minute.
Yeah,
Yes,
of common shit. If I want to make like poison, it's
yeah,
like
you can't like dump out like viper poison or anything on the floor.
no.
Yeah,
That will
base
make
poison.
if I spend an hour to making like very strong poison, I will get like a very small vial of it, just
Yeah,
enough for
like-
an arrow tip or something.
This tiny amount.
It does have
Yeah,
a
you
maximum.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. It doesn't say.
Well, the maximum of it can make from a specific liquid. I will actually post that for you guys. Just give me a sec. Oh, well, that's a bit messed up. But you get the gist.
Yeah, it does say that
Yeah.
it depends on the liquid named. I thought that it said. But that,
Salt water, 12 gallons.
I can actually make more salt water than I can make fresh,
Mm-hmm.
which
because
makes sense. It's basically what do you have in the world.
Yeah,
The
it
more you
depends
have of
on-
it, the more you can make.
yeah, it depends on how common it is on the world that you're from.
I can make 4 gallons of beer.
Yes, we can.
Yes,
He
you
just
can.
discovered
Hell
that.
yeah.
He just discovered that.
Can I make marijuana oil?
No. Well,
Will that be like
Yes.
normal oil, like 1/4?
yes.
Awesome. Because I only have 818 charges left out of 830.
Well,
It's
damn, that's
down.
only that.
Yeah.
But anyways, you guys, well, have your little meal. I'll be going back to my people and see how they're holding up.
So they're not coming to the boat?
Well, I was looking for Howler, but I can't seem to find him.
He's out looking for somebody who called me the Fish King.
Ah, that guy.
And he looked super cool at first, but then he called me short and I got mad and tried to blow him up.
Yeah, you should. Did you hit? No, you didn't, of course not. Otherwise, I wouldn't be following him. Anyways, yeah.
I did actually hit, didn't I? I almost fucking killed him, that's why he ran away.
Dang it.
I used a super explosive on him.
I'm
Dang
not
it.
sure. I don't remember.
Anyways.
He's only level 5. To be fair,
Mhm.
that particular
Anyways.
character.
Anyways, again,
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Yeah.
I'll be heading back to my people as well. My consultant needs to read over the document, and it takes a little bit of time, 2 days at most.
Why does it take so long? Do they not know how to read?
Well, they do, just to make sure there are no hidden clauses, as they call it.
Is it like
Why
a
do there
normal
be claws
town
in
still?
paper?
This place is not a normal town where you
No.
guys have stopped.
Yeah, but do they have like shops?
No,
No.
Oh,
Really?
this
This
is
is like a-
literally like a camp, basically. It's a large camp that Xeriscon has been taking survivors that he's found to this location. Zerscon has been rescuing people from the shadow. Like, he's been going and, like, what's the word? He's been going and, like, defeating various creatures to get them out of the shadow, and he's been bringing them to this location. So, they're mostly just civilians, for the most part. There are a few, higher-ranking guard echelon type people, and there's a few like scholars and things of that nature.
What the hell's happening?
I don't know.
What hell are you leaving in London? Leaving?
I don't know. I just started doing it by itself.
Magic.
It's probably
Anyway.
just a bug.
Yeah.
I mean, this pop out stuff is quite new. I've never
Okay.
seen before.
Anyway. So yeah, I've a bit of a random haggle of people in my encampment. That's basically for survival, so we make our own food, and well, since we're living in...
Crap.
Turn off the pop-up, Preben.
Yes!
I turned off the pop-up already!
Anyway, as I'm saying, since we're literally living in a water vein, we have fresh water all around us.
And it's good that I didn't explain too much to Olaf.
Yeah.
You're not
What the
sure
fuck's
what a
going on?
water vein is.
So, to explain what a water vein is, it's like water, we're in a kind of desert, and there's a giant tube of like water just floating there in the middle of the air. Like, we're here.
Is there fish in it?
Yes.
Oh my god! Lily, let's go dynamite fishing. I haven't done it since I was a kid.
Oh god.
That's literally what.
Oh, did she get the salt, by the way?
Yeah.
Can
Salt
I
water.
roll for tastiness?
Okay.
Roll of tastiness.
I'll get you to roll
Super
just
tasty.
a d20.
There's
See what happens.
Get a natural 20. That's some damn good salt you just got.
just only one
Still
tiny
good.
problem.
It's decent.
It's over average.
There's only one tiny problem for your dynamite fishing.
What?
The water veins are like beating like a heart. So one beat and your dynamite is from here to all the way, also over there somewhere.
The
like
water moves
miles
about.
away.
Are you pointing at something? Because I can't see your picture
Okay.
or maps.
So this is for example,
You can't see
10
your picture,
kilo-
so it doesn't.
I
No,
can't see your
here's,
picture.
here's how far it
Oh.
goes. I'll tell you how far it goes.
Oh.
It beats every 6 seconds, once every 6 seconds, just because it's
Steelback.
easier to fit into the mechanics of the game if I put it every 6 seconds, so that's why it does that. But it beats once every 6 seconds, and the water moves 70 feet each beat. So if
So-
there's like an obstacle in the water, like let's say there's a fish, and it's just sort of trying to stay still, every time it beats, it moves 70 feet forward.
Yeah,
or
but
backwards,
my
just the way you see it.
So if you
yeah,
throw the
but then again,
dynamite
my
in, it's
fire
gonna go
grenade
70
or
feet.
my flashbang will follow that fish.
Yes, as long as you sync it up where the fish is, it might work, but I'm just
You
letting
see?
you know. That's
I
how it
like a
works.
challenge.
There's only one
Want to go
problem.
dynamite fishing, Lily? And new guy? Let's have some fun.
Oh yeah,
Let's go.
Or you could come with me, help me with my people and such.
Who are all of you?
Well,
Yeah, no one said their
Explode.
name yet. No one. No
oh,
one.
well,
Of course.
well,
Because I just
excuse
got
me.
bamped here by a friend.
Okay, well, excuse me for that rudeness. The name is Zerscon. First name. I
Little
think
bulky girl.
Hi, my name's Rolly. I like eating, and I'm short, and I don't know, I'm just a little kid sometimes. Let's go blow up the fish!
Okay.
And
Well-
another small person.
Go
My name is Head of Acquisitions and Security Captain Big Daddy Explo.
Or Explo for
I'll just
short.
call you Explo.
Big
Explo,
Daddy
my
Explo.
friends
Did
call
I
me
forget
Explo.
that?
What?
Yeah, my
yeah, he
name is
added that as
Jack, by
part
the
of his
way.
name. Yeah.
Big Daddy
Because
Explo.
now I am Head of Acquisitions and Security. Captain Big Daddy
Yeah,
Explo.
for this campaign, it seems like it's a theme to just add as many titles as you can to your name. So
Of course.
Yes.
Then Scar-Scan is the only one without the fuck ton of titles.
Lily doesn't
Lily
have
is just
any.
And
Lily.
Lily doesn't have
Yeah.
Yeah. And you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that other part of Sarskan's name is just his last name.
Well,
That's where
Explo
that
didn't
would-
grow up with a name, he just had a fucking number. So he likes names.
Yeah. My name is Jack, and if the Decif, was that his name?
What?
Yep.
Yeah, Decif. If he understood me right, you must be the adventurer who saved plane up here.
Uh,
That's us!
I think you're talking then to the small ones.
Yeah, he changed characters.
Mm-hmm.
That's us!
So technically, Zarascon doesn't know what you're talking about, but the other two do.
No.
Yeah, I just said like
We know!
yeah,
We
those
blew up
two.
a bunch of giants and totally did not rob the bank. The bank was like it when we got there.
Yeah, because I just got from that place.
Was that
Yeah,
when we were
because I'm
trying to
poor
get
as hell.
my,
I only have 120
bar?
gold to my name.
Anyways.
Your bar is established. It's back at the main encampment.
Mhm.
Fantastic.
So what did Saroskan need help with at the camp?
Yeah, what did you need help with?
Well, I didn't need help. I was like, at the camp, I can let my consultant. Well, I need a tiny bit of help to just keep that crazy man out of the camp.
Well, I guess I'm here to help you guys with whatever you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Sounds like
you
dynamite
didn't,
fishing to me.
Jack,
Yeah.
you didn't really think this through.
Nope.
So you're just here now.
Mhm.
And I was going to do some like write a story reason, but since your character was just like, nope, I'm gonna go. So bye. Then that's how it went. So
You have magic with genius. They can tell me in my head.
Well, I will just tell you this. Just comes real close to Jack and just whispers to him. I'm just guessing I'm the most stable of these two. Just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, cause that guy wants to go dynamite fishing.
What the hell is dynamite?
Yeah, that's what I was questioning as well.
I know
Yeah.
these, and I pull out my musket.
Oh, that's a new thing. Okay, and well, that's new to me a bit. But she is literally mental unstable, as she literally explained herself.
You just seem energetic.
Yeah, just be careful not to make her mad, because she can, whack real good.
Can I hear them talking about this?
No, we're whispering.
Whispering,
Okay.
so
they
we
did
can
sound
try.
like they were
can't we?
whispering, even though they didn't say they were whispering, which I said that they had to before. They sounded like they were whispering, so it's fine.
I assume they were.
Yeah, I said I come up to him and whisper to him.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I must have missed it. But either way, it's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Oh.
whatever. You guys fix the
Let's
shadow,
go
and I
dynamite
want to
fishing.
help you guys.
Well, the shadow is still around.
Yeah, that's what I say. I want to help you guys.
Well, okay.
If you guys allow me.
Well, we're currently gonna be here for 2 days in this location.
What? Why?
Because my consultants are gonna need to read through the documents for 2 days to see if
You're
we're
gonna need 2 days to read 3 pieces of paper?
he just wants to be extra sure, not to skip everything or miss something. It's very important, you see.
I'll say out of character. Those
Mhm.
guys, they can't agree. so they're going to be arguing. That's what most of the days are going to be. So.
And also, if you want to get a story, just come up with something that I will kind of rush it because I didn't know.
But yeah. Oh yeah, another thing, right? Do you want to come up deck for a moment?
Up deck? We're in a ship or something?
Yeah, we're on a ship. I just lead him to the top deck.
Oh, he seemed
deck.
very interested.
So here's what this looks like. What the ship looks like. I'll describe it. It looks like a seafaring ship that you've seen in your texts that you've been reading.
Mm-hmm.
However, it has these weird crystals on it and these weird little wooden sconces almost. So they have these like green crystals that are sort of like floating in the air. Right now they're deactive, so they're just sort of resting in the sconce. But when they're active, they float in the air and they pull the ship up. They're called crystals of floating, so they can just pull the whole ship up. And you've read about those. The reason that they don't use them on the plane of air is because with the violent wind currents and things of that nature, like the ship would be so large that it could be caught in two currents at once and just ripped to shreds. So they don't use them.
Which of the ships are we on currently, by the way? This is not Arisan's ship, right?
No.
No.
Which means I am the captain.
I think technically the one that you're currently on is the one that I think I don't know if this nickname stuck or not, but a long time ago I think this was the one named the Titanic.
Don't know.
It's gonna fall in an iceberg.
Well, I did say Arisan would leave a second ship for you guys, that he didn't just take a ship and when he fixed the ship.
Well, it would have been kind of hard to fly two ships alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arisan fixed up his own ship. But you guys did, like, manually, at least one of the groups. I don't remember which group it was, because we've went through multiple groups.
That was... Yeah, that was before this. That was during Arisan was there, and with Explo, there was a ship before that.
Yeah.
Before Lily got even there.
Yeah.
They got the airship.
I think that was back with Ost.
Yes.
Oh snap! That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many days of travel? How many days of travel with this airship will it take to get back to the ship graveyard?
The ship graveyard?
All the other ships was kind of broken, and someone was exploded and destroyed, and some of the ships might be able to fly. How many days?
To get there, at least 6 days, or not 6 days. Yeah, 6 days, approximately.
Good.
So I would say it's wise we just stay here, wait for the constantly disappearing and nearly invisible Howler.
Who's this Howler person?
Also,
I'm just thinking. We have how many zombies do we currently have?
Oh yeah,
1,000.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of, Lucius hasn't been doing very much. He's just been focusing on trying to figure out the artifact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but how many undead do we currently have? Approximately.
A few thousand.
You have a lot, but you would have more if you would have given the artifact to the necromancer, which you haven't done.
Of course not.
It's just
you
that
can't be trusted.
Lucius is trying to figure out how to use it, so he's not controlling nearly as many.
Yeah, but the necromancer did also agree to try and help him to learn about it. Because we did
But the
actually somehow convince him
something
that it
that
was
your
smarter for
character-
Lucius
well-
to carry it for now.
Yeah, he is trying to help him, officially. But you guys don't know that he's an evil character, so he's actually actively trying to sabotage all this. Because he wants
Of
the
course
artifact.
he is.
But,
He's a necromancer.
Because he wants the artifact, but he is taking Lucius as his apprentice for now.
The rule of
Because
two.
my worries is basically, will we have enough space for all the living people that Seroskan has and most of the undead?
Mhm.
How many people can this
Currently,
vessel
you have-
hold?
In order to fly away, you wouldn't have been able to take all the undead that Lucius has under his control. Because the ship would have been weighed down by so many people on the ship.
Yeah, but what about the living?
Living people,
How many
you didn't bring the
do you have
undead
in your
with
town,
you.
Seroskan?
So let me be clear: the undead are not on the ship. None of the undead are on the ship except his abomination, Lucius's abomination. That's the only undead that's on the ship. The other undead are being controlled to go north
Mhm.
to where your encampment is.
Yeah.
And how many survivors do you have in your camp, Seroskan?
Yeah. How many do I have? Because so far I
Let's
know,
see.
I have the small frog, the very big bird, the guard that was outside.
Roll me. 3d100.
Ooh.
3D100. Ooh.
Damn.
Ooh.
Here it comes. It's rolling.
That's how many
90.
people you got.
I like that you try to make an evil character, and the only thing you do is save a bunch of people.
Hey, this is the apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Make him neutral.
Technically,
Well,
I think his character.
It's
I'm
lawful.
not gonna reveal anything, but I'm gonna
Mhm.
look.
No, I know
Oh yeah,
what it is.
So I looked at his sheet, and he does have a reason for saving people, according to his sheet. So
And how many people will this plane ship thing hold? The max, and still fly without dropping like a stone.
You surmise that it could hold around 150 people if they don't care about seating arrangements or anything like that. And as long as you don't have too much cargo. Which I don't think you have very much cargo anymore.
No.
Yeah, for
Because-
now, but I mean, 90 people will have stuff of their own.
This ship in particular had, if it's the Titanic, or the one that was nicknamed the Titanic, it had weapons and armor in the hold. But
It still has.
I think that since it was given to Skip, because it was given to Skip to use for a while,
Mm-hmm.
He would have emptied it so that way when they went on adventures out during that month that you guys were doing things, then if he found anything, he could pick it up. But instead, what happened was he was chased by the crazy ship for about.
Does it have guns?
It has guns. It has cannons on it. It has.
How many?
I think it has
8, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a gunship.
No.
That's like four small cannons on the top.
This particular ship, I had this since you guys encountered it. I described it as what it is. Basically, this ship was found on a random roll, and based on that roll, you guys encountered a merchant ship that was, a military vessel that was disguised as a merchant ship.
Awesome.
So it had a bunch of weapons and armor in the cargo hold, but since it's supposed to look like a merchant ship, it only has a couple cannon slots.
Well, I tell Sotoskan if they have any kind of defenses like cannons or mortars or anything in their town, bring it to the ship and I'll install it. While they're going over the stuff, the explorer is going to try to use his free time to boost the ship at the core. Try and figure out a way to increase its speed, basically.
Okay.
Install a couple of turbos and a few injection pumps, you know.
Oh gosh. A few nitro burners.
I'll say that you can roll a
Afterburners, all that
tinkerer's
shit.
check to see what you get. But if
I
you
wish you asked
fail,
me.
then something bad might happen to the engine.
Yeah. Did I have a counter?
Plus
Have a question?
13. And I have 3 luck points. I'm not worried at all. Just,
Oh, you got
Just-
a lucky fit there.
oh, that's low. That's very low.
With a plus 13, yeah, that is.
I didn't have a question. Since he suggested that if we have any cannons or something, what kind of weaponry do we have?
We have
You do
cannons,
not
and I
have
just
cannons.
pointed the cannons on the top floor.
Sorry, no cannons.
No, they
Just
don't have any cannons.
our only.
Well, do you have ammo? Like cannonballs, gunpowder?
No. The
And
main
plus,
defense.
gunpowder isn't a thing that these guns use anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
The main thing that we
If
use.
you wonder why I rolled twice, I lucked it, just to be sure.
The reason we don't have any weaponry is that, well, the water vein is a giant weapon for us. / defense.
Yeah, which
Well,
is why
we're
they have
leaving
this
soon.
settlement built inside basically a river.
Well, we're leaving soon. It's not like we can bring that with us.
Yeah, so some of the people have weapons, but it was just like a rusty sword or a pitchfork. Those sorts of
Oh,
things.
damn.
Yeah, that's what they have for main weaponry.
So, a bunch of useless people, then.
Well, not useless. We have quite a few people
He
that are
actually
skilled.
has a skilled guard who used the pitchfork as like a trident and like skewered an animal that was attacking the settlement. So yes, he has like skilled warriors and they can use those not very good weapons, but
Do we still have
they don't-
weapons and armors on the ship?
Yes. We got a few from the zombies and from, well, the cave.
Yeah, if you wanted to take some of those weapons, you could.
If you want, I could
To
give them
add
to the
it to
people.
your stockpile.
Well, if it's still on the ship, I can just tell them to bring the people here and they can kind of just grab what they want.
What they need, that is.
Or
Okay,
what they
well,
need.
I'll be going over then and telling them that.
What
Okay.
do I get for 25 Tinker's tools, which is still kind of low?
That's a
That's
12.
a 12. That's a 12 on the dice.
Well, that's above average. But anyway, yeah, you manage to increase some of the output on the crystals, so that way they can lift more. Basically, it can lift a heavier load, so that way when you guys are going, it can go a little faster and not suffer as much of a penalty for carrying
Okay, so
many.
either have more people or more speed.
Basically.
Literally. Okay, cool, sis. Well, that was easy.
Well, you're an artificer.
Easy. I'm gonna try to experiment a little. What will happen if I connect? Did I give my bear a name?
I think
I
it
don't
was
remember if I gave my bear a
Fuzzy or
name.
something.
Fuzzy, there we go. What happens if I connect Fuzzy's core to this core?
Oh
Just
god.
as an experiment.
I'll say that it would take more time than what you have to try to do that. At least safely. You can try to do it, and then you'll make rolls, and then your bear might get destroyed.
Or not work for a while.
Well, I mean, like, the thing that makes it run, so then he would basically have to create another one, which costs money.
Which I have a shit ton of. I'm gonna try that, and Expo is not gonna try and do that safely at all.
Okay. Alright, so it is connected to the power source where the crystals are connected. So,
Hold on. If it backfires badly, then you destroy the ship. Which we need.
A possibility, yes.
It's Explo. He doesn't think about those things.
He likes
And he's supposed to be intelligent.
If he is intelligent, but he is mad and dangerously impulsive.
He's a mad scientist.
Mad little scientist.
Okay,
You want me to
so-
do a Tinker Tools?
No, you don't need to do that right now. Because
Okay.
you're doing
Think
it
out-
so quickly that you're gonna have to make the Tinker Tools on the go. So,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think Erosot was the one that kept him in check a bit then.
Yeah, yes, he was.
well,
And
either
now
way,
Aerosun is gone. The angel on his shoulder is gone.
Well,
Now it's
Only
just
have the devil
Explo.
left now.
he's
Well-
No, it
still
doesn't have a
alive.
devil, it's just Explo. It's another miniature Explo.
Well, he's still alive, he's just not there.
because the group was veering off down too evil of a path for him, so he left.
Too much of a greedy path.
Oh, relatively the same thing in a magical world.
Mhm.
Stupid
either way.
elves.
So,
Explo still misses him every day.
if you guys look at the map on Roll20, I just drew a simple rendition of what a water vein looks like. So this is ground.
Which
Where are you? Are you still on the map for the cave?
Yeah.
Can you see where
did
I'm
you
pinging?
draw
Is it the blue circle?
Yeah,
Okay,
this thing
yeah,
here.
yep.
Yeah.
There.
So this is ground. This is ground. This is water, and the bottom of it is ground. And this is also water up here. So that's how a water vein looks. That's the basic thing, what it looks like. So it's it looks like a vein popping out of someone's skin, which is why they call them the water veins. Because the whole land in this particular section of the world just has these veins of water running through it. So it stays and it sort of has ripples in it, kind of like water. And if you were to like throw a stone in it, it would like ripple on the top. But it doesn't like spill over onto the ground, even though it's above the ground. So that's kind of how it works.
I wonder how we could weaponize a water vein.
Well, I literally did
Giant
that.
construction around it that
No.
amplifies the beats of it into one small point. Could probably cut through a whole ship.
Well, what Concernscan has done with his settlement is currently this. Let me just draw it out. Just have a oh wait, that's not the right color. Let me just grab a different color so that it's more differencing.
Who's currently holding the ore, by the way? Still Lucius?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, he basically put like a metal shield in the water vein, and since it's magic, the water just sort of spread out around it and created like a concave, like a little space that's just air in the middle of the river, sort of thing. So that's where his people are living.
Yeah, and if the shadow wants to get to us, they first have to go straight through the water and then not be pulled away by it.
Not only that, it's sort of a camouflage. So then, like, if something's flying over, they might see one or two guards standing outside, but then they won't see anybody else. They'll just see the guards outside. If the guards see them in time, they usually try to get inside, and then it just looks like a river, and then they just fly past it.
Mhm. So yeah, I am heading towards the encampment.
All right, you go inside,
Mm-hmm.
and all your people are starting to get back to what they were doing before. They sort of have the getting everything set back up, like tables and chairs. They even have a fire going in here. The smoke just sort of goes into the water layer that's above you guys, and it just sort of goes into the into the river.
Into the river. Whoosh.
Yep. Somehow air is getting in here so you guys can breathe, but it's magic. Not
I'm
everything
not
needs
there,
to be
so
100% explained. So you get
Mhm.
inside there. They're just sort of setting up a fire for cooking. They're doing all their other various tasks that they normally do. Some people don't really do much of anything, but from Zaraskon's point of view, it doesn't really matter as long as everything gets done, because these people are more, you're viewing them more as trophies that you've managed to collect.
No, trophies that survive that people
Yeah.
people that can do things.
Yeah, some of them can do things, but some of them can't. So as long as everything gets done, you don't care, because, like I said, even if they can't do anything, they're like trophies that you have.
So I ask the people that know that can fight if they want, well, better equipment than what we have currently.
Alright, some of the guards, they raise their hands, volunteer.
So I tell them to follow me to the ship.
Alright, they follow you.
Mhm.
Oh,
Get back to the ship.
I didn't think about that before I started the experiments.
What?
Killing everybody if it explodes.
That was literally what he was telling you.
Yes, that's what I said. But no, you didn't listen. You were like, no,
Yeah.
he's on impulse.
Expo has a lot of impulse. They wouldn't think about that.
So we get on board. I just see Lily and Jack and asked him, where's
Oh, Lily would have definitely gone with you because the stuff that I
Yeah.
do is boring for her.
Yes.
It's true. She would have gone with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I asked Jack, where is the small gnome? He's a gnome, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Boring stuff.
Yeah, I'm still a gnome.
mm,
Last time I checked.
Oh no. So I just head in and just go guessing the best where I can, where it could. Oh no, no bear, no. Oh gosh, he's there. So I'm going towards the engine room.
As you go down to the engine room, you just say row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, and some kind of conquering. Why the fuck doesn't this work? And hear a bang. That's better. United States Marines.
Okay,
United
when the
States.
fuck most to Jack, he would follow Sir Scan downstairs because he don't know who the fuck to be with.
Yeah.
Alright, so,
Don't touch the core. You will get sapped and die.
yeah, so the
Don't-
engine isn't exactly an official, like, steam engine or anything like that. It's more of a thing that connects to the crystals and allows you to turn the ship.
Yeah,
When I imagine the engine for this kind of particular boat, I'm kind of visualizing the. Do you know in Skyrim when you go into the Dremor caves, you get those gyros? Is that what it's
Mhm.
called? with the crystal in the middle and the shield around it and the stuff going around like this.
Yes.
That's what I'm kind of imagining the engine would kind of look like.
Yeah, it's just something that is a focal point to the crystals, so that way you can more easily turn the ship.
So as Expo singing says, Saskia interjects and says, "What the fuck are you doing? This can blow up the ship."
How do you know, stupid?
Well, how do you know that? Don't know.
Jack just rushes over and then start investigating it. Because it's fucking magic.
It's
Alright, make an Arcana check. Make an Arcana check, Jack.
Oh, you only have a plus 6? You weak fool!
Oh, I got a 14 intelligence, man.
Okay, so you sort of look it over. It's a lot to take in. You've been taking in a lot of other things, so your mind is... as you're examining it, you sort of get distracted by other little things that you never thought that you might get distracted by. But
yeah, like
really
for example,
glean
Explo running back and forth from his fuzzy with a bunch of wires for some reason.
Yeah, I have your magic turret thing close by Explo.
What?
You have your magic turrety thing, bear, whatever you call it.
My magic 30 thing?
Turret.
The turret? Oh, it's and I command my bear to kind of just sit down on all his fours, and you can see the turret is mounted to his back.
Yeah,
I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm working on it.
He's trying to safely use it because apparently it has a function to blow itself up. So there might be other things that are dangerous about it. So he's actually being smart about that one. I'm doing it carefully.
So it's like, I figured out how to use it. I can get on top of my bear and use it for a small amount, but there's a bunch of other buttons and settings that I don't know what currently is. So I'm kind of figuring out all the different buttons, plus I'm trying to connect it directly to my bear so he can control it.
Yeah. About the armor you offered and weaponry you offered.
Yeah, it's probably in that I'm just like looking down at something and pointing behind me. It's probably in the storage.
I just turn towards the guards and people and tell them, just search the ship and give a yell if you found something.
Alright. Let me see here. I'm gonna look up something specific here.
Yeah, I'm gonna help with the search.
Okay. Actually,
I'm gonna help with the -1. Hooray!
Well, technically, you don't have to be skilled in it as long as the person who is skilled in it is the one who's being helped. Then it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Officially, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking something up. Give me a second.
Of course.
Apparently, before that. Yes, here it is. I think. It should be close. Nope. Oh, here it is. So one of the dudes, who you rescued, he says, "Down here."
I nod and just hope that when I get there, everybody else is also slowly dripping in and just coming down there.
And he's holding one of the pieces of armor, and he goes, "Too small." And you look over, and you see the Orgilian that you've rescued.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what that is.
Or Gideon. Honestly, no.
It is a half-ogre.
Ah.
They're usually not very smart.
So what is he trying?
Yeah, the basic one has -2 modifier to intelligence. So he sees this piece of armor and he goes, "Too small," and he's comparing it to his chest size, and it's not nearly big enough.
Yes, that's indeed too small, but I don't think this one is made for, well, your kind.
And he picks up one of the swords between his his index finger and his thumb, and he goes, "Toothpick."
So that's a sword and also not made for your size.
No,
I think
toothpick.
I just hold out my hand for it. Just don't stab me with it like last time.
He gives it to you and he says, "Toothpick."
Then I just sheath it like a sword and show him that it's an actual sword then.
And
Yeah, baby.
he points to your sheath and goes,
Sup?
"Toothpick holder."
Okay, sweetie, remember it's quiet time, so you quiet.
Sure.
Mommy's being quiet too.
Okay then. Then I pull out my greatsword, my flame tongue greatsword. What's this then?
That butter knife.
I like this guy.
What did I miss?
Well, okay then. You still got the. I thought we were made progress, but apparently, well, me being away is not a good idea to have a bit of progress then.
Yeah, he's a half ogre, which usually half ogres are not half human. They are half orc and half ogre.
Oh.
So very big and very dumb and very strong.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Yes.
he's taller than you. He's about 9 feet tall.
Mhm. I don't mind looking up at him, just pat him on the shoulder, well, around here. I just tell him, we'll get there one day.
Usually they are ordered around by
Yeah.
orcs or ogres as just like like they're like pawns in battle. They just go out to get killed, or if they're strong enough, then they'll kill a bunch of people and come back.
Mhm.
So he's not very smart.
Yeah, I just pat him around here on the shoulder, tell him we'll get there one time.
What would it take for Explo to do smithing? I don't have smithing tools at all.
Do you
Dex.
have smithing? Do you have the tools?
No.
If you
I don't
do
have
not
any
have the
tools.
tools, then you would need to acquire the tools first, and then you would have to
Okay.
train in them, which can
Yes.
take, depending on how hard you train, can take like months or years to learn how to use.
And guess who was a walking force? Of course, Elsan.
Yeah, Edo-san
He
took
was the
all
smith
his...
in our genius combo.
Yeah, Edo-san took all the tool skills.
Yep.
Well, not
I
the
lit-
thieves' tools or herbalism kits
Technically,
or
yes.
tinker tools.
Tinker tools?
You
Yes.
You did have tinker tools, but your roll sucked compared to mine.
At times, yes.
I am the superior tinker tool master.
Yes, with your luck points, of course you are.
What?
With your luck points,
Yeah.
he said.
Haven't been for
No,
a
I
while.
had a-
Those
I have a
engine
plus
wouldn't work.
13. Never saw I had like a plus 9 or something in them.
Let me see.
Or did you upgrade just because you got mad because I was better?
No, let me see if since levels. No, I also had the 13, you filthy fuck.
In that case, you did upgrade because I made fun of you
No, I
once.
didn't.
Yes, you must have. I made fun of you. That's
Oh, no.
a low-ass
I-
tinker tools check,
I
bitch.
see. No, I have
You
11.
just rolled bad.
Yes,
Mm.
I have 11, but my intelligence is not max. Unlike you.
Oh,
But he's a gnome. He has like a max intelligence. It's like super
you
low level.
simpleton.
A simpleton that literally.
You simpleton!
Either way, he's right. So
Yeah.
again, to the half troll slash
Ogre.
ogre slash
Yeah,
half ogre.
the half ogre. Half trolls would have regeneration and all kinds of other things.
Yes.
This guy
Yes, okay.
is strong.
Yeah, half ogre. I just pet him, like I said, out here on the shoulder. Them next, we'll get there one day. For now, this.
I won't know how to get there if I don't know where I'm going.
I just pull out my map and just point all the way to the north point of the map. We're going here to us.
And he starts going up the steps.
Okay, I grab him by the head and just tell him, hold it.
What? You said go.
We're not going right now.
You
In
told
2
me there's 2
days.
small clothes and toothpicks, but they're too small. Now you tell me go somewhere and I can't go.
No. Listen, we are going there in 2 days, but we're going with this ship. The ship is going to get us there in 2 days, okay?
Well, it would be faster if I start walking now.
Oh no, then you would be. I just point a bit up north from where we are by the water vein cell. You would be here in 2 days. This ship could be. And I just extrapolate like this ship is super fast for him for what it can.
Light speed.
Yes. I don't know how fast it is.
Second.
I do know it's.
By the way,
I do
Matt,
know-
can I hear this conversation? Are they close to me?
No, they're in the cargo hold.
Yeah,
You're still fiddling around with your bear.
So I just point far further ahead from him where I pointed him to be. This ship could be right there in just half a day.
He goes, okay, but why you get me small clothes?
Oh no. These people said they had armor, but I didn't know what kind of armor and weaponry.
Technically,
Olaf, you know who would have loved this guy?
I'll get you to make an intelligence check.
Olaf?
Huh?
You know who would have absolutely adored this guy?
Who?
The water troll from Ben's West.
Oh yeah.
You guys want any water? Just drowning people. It was fast.
I don't remember his name.
I don't either.
It was something stupid.
I love it. I love that guy.
I have a
Oh, I love
similar
that
character in this one, but he sounds like he's not as stupid as that one.
What's his name?
His name is Rock Thrower.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
That's the guy.
That's the same guy. You and Ben steal a lot from each other.
Yeah.
Well, I heard shadows and I heard
To be
genie in
fair-
a plane of air. So
Ben
yes.
steals from you, right?
Yeah.
To be fair, he did ask first, so I
He
said
just
it was
buffed
fine.
up all the bosses.
Yeah, it's a rock thrower. So rock thrower will love this guy.
He
So
just
that's
buffed
the only
up
thing he
all
does
the
in Ben's
fucking
campaign,
bosses.
at least. Is he goes around, gather up water in his big ass flask, and walks around asking people, "Do you want some water?"
And then a
And
little
then,
bit
yeah, I'm thirsty. And, okay, and he starts just, I will give you water, and he drowns me. Almost drowned
Yeah.
me 2 times.
In this one, in this campaign, he is much more gentle. Though sometimes he does unintentionally hurt people by trying to be
Of
nice
course.
to them. But when he gives the right amount of water, at least in this one.
Some trolls are literally the epiphany of killing somebody with niceness.
Yeah.
Technically,
Are you
trolls are
still
evil, but the
hungry?
reason this troll is nice is because he's a slave. So
Yeah, like I realized when Matt explained the whole scenario to me. Well, actually, I realized when I joined today that Ben has taken a lot of things from him, but just buffed all the bosses to hell.
Yep.
yeah, that's true. He does make his bosses a lot stronger. But anyway, Zarascon with a 3 intelligence. I can't tell you the thing that I was going to tell you. You just forgot the thing. It's a thing that you know, but you've forgotten about it, apparently.
We all
Oh,
make
you have a -1 in intelligence. I guess you are a simpleton.
He is a paladin.
He's a simpleton.
Yeah.
So yeah, he just takes the small leather armor that he was going to take, and he just gives it to somebody else.
I just tell him that we can get bigger in the very city up top.
He can use them as like knee braces or something.
Arm bracers.
Actually, you
Braces
guys are
of
forgetting
defense.
too, so that's funny. Okay, so
What the hell are you talking about? Seriously.
exactly.
Because-
You don't know. You don't remember. So he just goes and picks up the armors and starts giving them to other people. There's still one set of armor and one weapon that he could possibly use left over, but they're too small.
Even a weapon?
Yeah, the axe is like the size of his finger.
It's like a hand axe.
Yeah.
He's a big man. He's a big boy. Do I blow up the ship?
We won't know that until we start moving.
Am I down with the gnome actually? Because I got a drink and I don't know what happened.
You're here with the Orgalian.
And that is.
That is a half ogre, is what that is.
Oh, so I'm with Sarscan.
Yeah. And he's looking at these weapons and he's like, "These are too small."
Yeah, they are.
This is not toothpick. This is. And he starts doing like a hand motion because it's an axe-looking thing. So he's like doing a hand motion where he's like cutting, like he's miming like a big haunch of meat, and he's like cutting the meat.
Oh, meat cleaver.
Yeah, he's like, "This is that thing cut meat."
Meat
I think
chopper.
it's a hand axe,
It's
but
better than a toothpick.
He says,
No, not
"No, hand axe this big," and then he shows.
that's more like a great axe.
No.
Yeah, but that's what he's holding in his hand. A great axe when he thinks it's a meat cleaver because he's so big.
No, he's holding a hand axe.
Yeah, he's holding a hand axe. To be fair.
Oh,
So it's
there
like
should be great
yes.
axes around there somewhere.
Well, he's talking about the weapons that you guys collected. Which is why I'm saying that you forgot something, but apparently everybody forgot about
Ah, crap, we didn't collect the great axes.
Oh, you did, but he just gave them to other people because they're still too small.
He will get to the great axes eventually. This is
But they're too
big
small.
meat cleaver.
this is an actual axe.
Yeah, but I'll give you another hint. These weapons and armor were enchanted.
To refit to the user, probably.
Yeah, he knows. But he doesn't know what these
I am
weapons are
14
anyway.
intelligence. I'm the second smartest in the party.
Go on and say it.
Are you though?
But I don't know.
Here's what I'll say. Jack, make an Arcana check.
14.
Yeah, these weapons are
Weak.
enchanted. If he focuses on it for about 10 minutes, it will resize to fit him.
Yeah,
Also
also focusing on something in 10 minutes.
Mr. Oh, half ogre.
What do you want?
If you hold more like focus on the weapon for like 10 minutes, it should be your size.
That sounds hard.
It's magic.
Let me just look at the hand axe for 10 minutes. Really good.
That
sounds
difficult.
Imagine that it's bigger than it is.
Yes, that.
Looking at
Use your
something
imagination.
for 10 minutes. And then he just looks out the window and he forgets what he was talking about.
You snap a finger to get his attention back. Just
And then he just sort of looks afraid for a second, then he goes, "Oh, hi."
just think it's a big, tasty stick. Tasty drumstick you can't eat for 10 whole minutes. Because if you don't, you get a better reward.
He looks at it and he goes, "Drumstick." And his hand starts going towards his mouth.
Just snap.
Don't eat
Step
it.
back.
Just
step
hold
back.
it and. How do I explain it?
You keep moving his hand back.
I'm not strong enough to do it.
I am.
Yeah, Zare's gone.
Lily is too.
Yeah, Lily is too,
If
technically.
she's there. If she's
Am I there?
He looks like
Oh.
he's trying to eat an axe.
Because we're trying to explain it's a magical axe.
Oh, I didn't realize I was there.
Yeah, you're there.
Okay, mister. Just look at it and tell it it's pretty for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that.
And he looks down at you and he goes, "That might work." And he
Yeah,
looks
that
at
might
it.
work, actually.
He looks at it in the palm of his hand. Pretty.
Keep going.
Jack is both intrigued and confused.
And he does that for 10 minutes. And it actually, the hand axe does grow to his size. And he's like holding
You're
it in his
welcome.
hand.
See, as big as you needed now.
So I was going to get an idea. Just
Magic! Yeah! And then he
Yeah,
puts it
it's
away,
quite-
and he takes the armor, and he goes, "Pretty,
Is that a magical armor though?
yes, it is."
yes.
Okay, good.
And it does grow to his size, and he goes, "Magic, magic, magic, magic."
He's gonna start doing that to everything. He's gonna go over to like a small lamb chop and do pretty. Wait for it to grow.
Sometimes you just think
he
stupid to get it to work.
Yep, if you try to explain it to him in an intelligent way, apparently he doesn't understand it.
I'm sorry, I'm smart.
You're not smart.
Jack, I got 14, man. I'm smarter than you. Not smarter than you, but smarter than Paladin.
You're not smart.
I'm
So,
above average.
He puts the armor on, and it's actually he was wearing like traveler's clothes, the equivalent of traveler's clothes for an Orgalian. So now he's got like armor on, and he looks actually like he would be quite hard to hit.
What armor was it?
Leather. It was leather.
Hey, Matt. I
Yep.
forgot my int is an 8. That's why I could tell him how to do it.
His int is a 7, so yeah, that
Like
kinda
I
makes
said, ignore the necromancer and I'm the second smartest.
Okay.
Oh, heck.
So, yeah, he learned how to. He did it.
Mhm.
But
Just
now he's
took,
gonna. You have a feeling he is going to be looking at things for 10 minutes, and if they don't grow, then he's going to be disappointed.
I just walk up to him and tell him, not everything will do that.
As long as he doesn't start smashing up my ship, I'll be happy.
He
Can I make
picks
like an
up a can-
arcana
he
check
picks
around
up
the
a
room to see
cannonball.
what which is magical?
He picks up a cannonball. Good magic.
No.
No.
He drops the cannonball and makes a hole in the floor.
Don't
That's
Is
what
drop
Carter.
it.
Is are they above me? Did
No,
I get
they're
a
below you.
cannonball? Okay. Oh, did he make a hole
Yeah.
outside?
No.
It didn't go
And-
all the
and-
way outside, but there's in these wooden ships they have like a little space that way in case like a hole gets in the bottom of the ship, it doesn't go directly into your cargo hold. So it's in
Yeah,
there.
like where it's where they kept the ballast, right? Where they
Yeah.
keep the ballast.
Yeah, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So he
That
just made a hole
cannonball
right
is
in that.
ballast now.
Yeah. So I tell him next time you put it down. Don't drop it.
see? And he points at the hole.
No. You dropped it. This is putting it down. So I put the toothpick down on the floor. That's putting down.
He picks it up. He picks up the sword and he goes, "Putting down," and he puts it in the hole.
That works too.
I guess that works.
As long as he doesn't fill up the ballast space with a bunch of crap.
And then he picks up a barrel. Put it down, and he puts it in the hole.
Wait, what?
Is the hole that big?
That big?
Yeah.
Stop him! I don't know what was in that barrel. It might be food or water.
Hold on. You said he grabbed the cannonball. Cannonball's about this
Yeah, but
size.
it like splintered a
barrel's this.
hole in, and he's like turning it so that way it goes inside.
So like it didn't do a perfect hole. It kind of destroyed the timber, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I tell him, hold on.
That's a very heavy cannonball.
Yes.
Cannonball.
Yeah, it's a
But still,
cannonball.
only
It's
use
meant to do
They are
that.
pretty heavy.
Materials on the ship.
I just tell him, don't put everything down the hole, okay?
Okay.
Look,
And he
you
very slowly takes like a cloth blanket and he just puts it over the hole. There. Gone.
Oh god.
Somebody's gonna fall into that hole. Hopefully an
be you.
enemy.
Actually, while
Hopefully
we're doing
not.
this,
Mhm.
I see Sarskan. Do I realize what kind of race he is?
Mm-hmm.
If I read about dragonborns.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you've read about all the different races, because sometimes they would visit the castle and you would see them. So, like they would go to visit your mother because they want a wish granted.
Yeah.
Your mom was a
Sometimes it
hoe.
would be a dragonborn. Not very often, but there would be some. So you would know what he is.
Where's that dragon, by the way?
He's dead.
What dragon?
Our dragon?
Purple.
Your dragon? I don't know. Oh, you're the kid of Sarskan, probably?
No, we had a dragon.
The purple one.
I don't remember.
Is he flying back or is he still with us?
I think
Necrobrat.
most of the group went back with the zombies that you were sending
Mhm.
back.
Okay, so the dragon is following the zombies.
Yeah,
Mhm.
protecting your army.
Ah, good dragon, good little lizard.
You turned Russian for a second.
Boris mode.
Buddhist mode.
Yep.
Boris mode.
So, yeah, the Orgalian just puts a blanket over the hole that he made in the floor, and he says that it's gone now.
I'll just accept it and tell him, well, let's go back to our home for now.
You mean water?
Yes, the pocket in the water.
Oh, so... And then he goes onto his armor, and there's a little pocket, and he goes, but there's no water in there.
No, not that pocket. You know, we talked about this before. Explained multiple times.
I'll actually...
Nature's pocket, because it's actually a girl.
No,
I'll actually-
this is a male
Men have
Orgalian.
that too. We just call it the prison pocket.
I switched to Draconic for a second. Ask Sarskan. Like, I know I'm new to this place, but is this what people you always hang out with? It?
What?
I'm asked, like, what he says. I know I'm new to this place. But is this, like, normal in this world?
No. Not at all. Interconic back.
Technically, depending on your race, and depending on if you're the ultimate specimen of that race.
Yeah.
So, like, there could be humans that are really stupid. It's a thing.
Oh, so he means normal for that race, he means.
Yeah.
So, technically, yes.
Okay.
He's slightly dumber than some of them, but He's not the pinnacle, let's just say, for intelligence of this race.
You should tell him we do have humans that is on the same low IQ. We call them Americans. Don't give me that look, Ilani. You elected fucking Trump.
Wait, whoa.
Don't blame her.
Not you, but America.
Oh wait, because it was my ultimate vote, right?
No. He means America.
Yeah,
I know,
like,
you
in
like the
general.
royal we, the royal you. I get it,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
oh, Trump, why?
Well, if you believe the fake news, Russia did it technically.
Oh, that's right. It was Russia.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Russia elected Trump.
Yeah, we have to put the blame on somebody else, you know.
Yeah, don't blame it on an American. Blame it on
Yeah.
fucking Russia.
I mean, if I had actually voted, it would have been for Vermin Supreme.
For
You guys don't know who Vermin Supreme is.
you lagged out.
Oh, I know who Vermin Supreme is. Yes, I do.
Vermin
You lagged
Supreme.
For who?
Vermin Supreme.
Is that the guy that got the bird on the podium?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Vermin Supreme is the ultimate boss. Come on.
Worm Supreme.
Wasn't he the guy who sprinkled like
Come on, Discord.
gay dust
Work.
on people to try to turn them gay?
What?
Was that him?
Oh, that's right.
Excuse me?
Every person shall have a pony. He wears a boot on his head. He has a pretty amazing wizard beard.
I just saw a picture of him.
He sounds like an awesome
He
guy.
was part of one of Shmoyoho's one of their music videos.
Was he?
Yup.
Still sounds like an awesome guy.
He was sprinkling like,
Stardust.
yeah, he was sprinkling like glitter
Yeah.
on people, and he was like saying, "You're turning gay."
That's his
You know
voice.
what?
Yep.
That is literally a guy I would love to have a bear with in real life.
So you guys are both gonna come together to have a bear, like as a married couple.
Easy.
Yeah, Preben is into some weird shit.
I mean, literally, taking a bear with that guy? I mean, how fucking interesting wouldn't that be?
Well, it seemed fun, but I'm not a big
Of
drinker.
course.
Yeah, that's what I do inside my head at the moment, Lon.
I'm back. Vermin
Looks
Supreme.
awesome.
Every household shall have a pony.
Yeah, just get him a pony and
Make
do
America
that.
great again.
With Vermin Supreme, it shall be great.
Yeah, of course.
Either
No
way,
more guns,
so,
only ponies.
Either
Back
way.
to the game.
So, yeah, that has happened. Everything has happened. So,
God. Stop it, it's not funny.
okay,
Kinda
so I'll try to find that video just so that way we can put a cap on it.
God.
But either way, I'll send it to you guys.
Did I blow up the ship?
No. Not yet. The ship actually has to move in order for you to blow it up.
Anyways, we're getting off the
I'm
ship,
still
going
getting
back to the home.
Basement?
Please.
I haven't started yet.
Yeah, because they haven't moved yet.
Yeah, you just experimented with hooking the bear up so far.
Yeah, but I would have, the experiments with the lifting or the acceleration, I would have moved, so I would have done the same. Like, how fast did the ship, like, up and down when I just did the other thing, and I would have done the same when I connected the bear.
Yeah, you're still in the process of connecting the bear, is the thing.
Oh, damn, this is so slow.
Exactly, we've spent like 2 hours on one conversation. So anyway,
Yeah,
so that's why it's
And I
going
just
so
rush
slowly.
stuff.
So,
Oh, at 5 I have to go. I mean, in 20 minutes I have to go.
so what do you guys want to do?
As I was saying, My people are going back towards our, shelter, /home/settlement.
Okay, and since Lily and Jack don't know what else to do, they're gonna join you.
If I realize I'm probably gonna meet some people like this, I'm gonna tinker with my gun.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that you need 3 hours uninterrupted to fix your gun.
Sure.
So we're short rest.
It's just that
I'll
you were
find,
getting very little done and screwing up more than you were doing because your mother was distracting you. So, as long as no one interrupts you, it'll fix.
I'll find a seemingly quiet, lonely place and do it.
Or you could just hand your gun over to the one very intelligent guy in the room, and he would probably fix it in 10 minutes for you.
It's my bloody gun. Fuck you.
All right.
That's not
so
nice.
You go to a secluded location, and we'll do.
You can
rolls
look for me if
to-
you want
do
to, but
rolls-
Hell no, I'm busy.
we
Yeah,
will,
I'm busy too.
we'll do rolls to determine if you get interrupted. So, he's gonna go somewhere to try to fix his weapon. So Lily and Zarascon are going into the water vein. So you guys go in. What do you want to do here?
Blow up some fish.
No, you're not doing that here. For the love of
You
God,
need
no.
to do that.
Yeah,
I thought you said we were going to the water vein.
Yes, we are, but
Well,
not
we
blowing
were,
up.
and then something else happened, and Explo got distracted by trying to boost up the engine of the ship.
Damn Explo.
You succeeded, huh?
ADHD for the win, yo.
All right, so Lily, you are in a small village-like area that is inside the river.
Yes, and I am helping out the people while getting things back into order.
I guess I'll give back to the community. Like Oprah, who needs healing? You need healing.
Everybody gets a car.
Everybody gets
Yeah.
healing.
Like I've been doing.
Oops.
Everybody gets a
let's heal
wood
some people.
panel station wagon. Everybody.
Yeah.
You get a car. You get a car.
Everybody gets a car.
You get the truck.
Fucking car.
So that sounds like the best option is just to
All right.
tend to the wounded if there are wounded.
None.
Not
hope.
really, but there are things you can heal if you're willing to heal them. Like there's things that you could use a lesser restoration on, that sort of thing.
Okay, let's do that.
Like people who are missing toes or having infections and things of that nature.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, those
absolutely.
things I would have fixed long ago.
You don't
Yeah,
have
but
regenerate.
since you were gone for a few weeks, then more
And our
people
bad leader, in general.
more people got injured for various reasons. So she's just gonna fix those. So I'll say that you guys aren't going to encounter any threats for the rest of the day, so don't worry about it. You just go around doing miscellaneous healing stuff while Zarascon goes around doing various other things, such as like gathering supplies to make sure everybody's ready, that sort of thing.
So do I blow up the ship?
Okay, so first things first, Jack has a thing that takes
Yeah.
3 hours, so I need you to roll a d20.
Just a straight D20.
Yup. Because this is a random encounter dice.
8.
Oh.
Alright, so you're about 2 hours into your repair job when you hear and it seems like
Oh, it's
it's
a kitty
getting
cat.
closer.
It's a kitty cat.
Yeah, it's
No,
a kitty cat.
it's not.
It's a kitty
It's
cat.
not.
I
Yeah.
ignore it and keep going.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a random dice to see what it does.
God, no.
Is it actually possible to roll a random dice in this?
Yes.
All the dice are
Like
random?
one RD something?
Oh,
or-
no. If you
only
mean like a
DR?
random number dice, like you don't know what the number is, no. But all the
Yeah.
dice
Oh.
do roll a random number, which is what
That
I
I
thought you
know.
were asking.
Like a totally random dice. Like everything from a D1000 to a D12. Or D4.
Yes,
yeah, I
you can
don't
roll
think
that.
so. I don't think so, but there might
Geo
be.
knows.
So-
I need to find something for that again, because I did look into it and it is in the system, but it's a bit wonky.
Yeah.
Or if it's
Probably.
wonky, then it doesn't work. So let's continue.
All right. So, you hear.
Is it close to me or
You hear something very close to you.
can I see what it is?
You turn to look and see what it is. There is a giant yellow 3-footed fish just sort of standing next to you. It has angler fish-like teeth, and apparently there are 2 little nostrils on the front of it, which it is using to sniff you currently. But it
Olaf,
hasn't
kill it.
done anything
it.
yet.
Olaf,
Kill it. Kill it.
Olaf,
Kill it.
Draugen. Det är Draugen.
Fan, spring!
Draugen.
I'll just let you know that if you fire your musket at it, all the work that you've done for the past 2.5 hours will be gone. You'll have to do it again.
Does it look durable? Like it can take more than one hit of a scimitar, for example?
Yes, it does. But it hasn't attacked you yet. So, you can
I'll just
choose
look over
to
at it.
just continue your work, or you can choose to attack it, or anything else that you want to do.
Now I'll just look over at it and be like, I'm kind of busy, can you leave?
As its teeth just sort of open like... And it seems to have sensed the sound that you made, but it doesn't seem to understand you.
Matt, is that the thing?
What?
Fucking
Send a picture. Is
Discord.
that how it looks like?
Does it look like a Norwegian horror story?
Let me see. No, it doesn't look like that.
Aw,
Okay.
it's not a
It
Norwegian horror
looks
story.
much
Yeah, that-
friendlier. than
Yeah,
that.
that thing looks more humanoid than what I was going for.
Can I make a check to see what the fuck it
It looks
is?
like a fish. You know those fish that can like walk on water, on the land for a
Mhm.
little bit?
Oh, yeah.
It looks kind of like that, except it has 2 fins on the front and 1 fin on the back that it's using to like hobble along. And it's
Like a mud skipper?
yeah,
Hmm.
and it has
That was the fish I was going to say. Mud Skipper. Completely forgot the name.
and it has like giant anglerfish like teeth. And it has 2 little nostrils that it was using to smell you. It hasn't attacked yet. So you can choose
Of
what
course
you
not,
want to do.
because Mud Skippers are cute as fuck.
Can I make a check to see what the fuck it is?
Yeah, they are.
You can roll a nature.
15?
Yeah, it's definitely a fish that hunts land-based animals. However, for some reason, it hasn't attacked you yet. You're not sure what it's called, but it has fish that are very long and sharp. And it doesn't seem to have any eyes that you've noticed. So perhaps it just doesn't know that what it's smelling, if you're a threat or food. Maybe it
Well,
just
if it
doesn't know
just-
yet.
Does it look once over? It
Sorry?
doesn't seem to care. So let's go back to my fucking gun.
Okay.
Does it look over it and be like,
Guys,
well, he doesn't do anything, so.
just so you know, I got the goats getting, well, quite late here.
Yeah, we're going in like
Bonnie, how
gonna-
is that not cute? Look at that.
we're gonna go in about 15 minutes. So if you got like 15 minutes.
Sad enough, I don't.
Okay. See ya.
Well, see you Sunday.
Yep. Okay. So, I'm gonna roll another D100, see what happens. Okay. You're getting super lucky. It just sort of goes, and then it turns around, and it starts, and it goes somewhere else. And I'm gonna roll another D100. Okay. You were so lucky. It just sort of goes, and you hear a splash in one of the water veins behind you, and then you hear, and then you hear another splash.
Oh yeah.
You got lucky. It saw something else and ran after it. Or sensed something else. It doesn't have eyes.
It smelt.
Yeah. So you managed to finish repairing your weapon.
Yay, only missed birds on 2 now.
Apparently, the firing mechanism just wasn't sliding into place properly, and with your mother asking about every minute detail, she just kept screwing you up. So, yeah, the firing mechanism is now in the proper location, and you're good.
When I finally succeed, I just say to myself, yeah, that's what happened when parents interrupt you.
Oh. So you start heading back to the group. Or somewhere.
I'll just check around the airship to see if anything piques my interest.
There might be. So,
Oh, you should definitely come back to the boat.
Yeah, X-Flow.
I am in the boat.
Roll a Tinker's check to see.
You're in the boat? Oh, damn.
Well, I'm heading towards the boat if I'm not was there from the start.
Okay, script gods, please be kind to me. I'm gonna lock that.
You better
lock that. Yeah, 32.
Okay.
Was that natural 19? Yeah.
So, you almost pressed the wrong button. But then you picture in the alternate universe where you pressed the wrong button that you exploded and the ship exploded and careened into the little village where Zaraskon's people are, and just scraped them out of existence as well. And you're like, maybe I shouldn't do that. So then you press the correct button.
But he wanted to. He did want to. It would have been a big boom.
Yeah, you thought about it for a minute, but you thought better of yourself and pressed the correct button. And the ship just sort of goes and just instantly lifts about 20 feet into the air.
Okay, so now it's like super fast, right?
Yeah, basically what your bear can do is give it like boosts of super quick boosts, but you need to roll a Tinkerer's check to do that each time.
Okay.
So if you screw up, then it won't do that. Like if your ship is being attacked by a giant rock, like a big old rock is being thrown up into the air, you could potentially move the ship out of the way using this. But if you fail, then if you do a medium fail, the ship just won't go as fast. But if you do like a huge fail, like that natural one, then it hurts the ship even more. So, and something bad might happen to your bear. So,
Okay. So after all the testing, what I want to do is basically to make a docking station on the engine and my beer. So like I can command my beer to, I don't have to go down and connect him. He can just go down himself and just like race up on his two hind legs and just move into the engine and just kind of connect to the engine.
You'll still need to roll a Tinkerer's check, but you won't need to physically be there. I'll say that you automatically do that since you rolled so high.
Okay. So if we need to, we can give our ship a boost of... Is it NOS? NOS? NOS?
Yeah.
NOS
NOS.
is the real world...
Nitrous oxide.
Yeah, nitrous oxide, yes.
Nitrous, yeah.
It's the thing that makes your flames come out of your tailpipe and you move faster.
Yeah, and it makes that
Yes.
sound when you play card games.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
They come in little containers like the energy drink. If you've seen the energy drink NOS. The containers kind of look like that they come in.
It's not Norwegian drinks.
We have a very low pool of energy drinks in Norway. We have Monster, we have Battery, and Red Bull.
And burn.
Got it.
Well,
And burn.
NOS comes in these little blue containers that kind of look like compressed air containers.
Well, yeah,
That's nice.
they do.
Yeah, that's the reason why. Is because that's what NOS comes in. They come in these little compressed air containers. That.
Yep.
I've been wondering, Lonnie, is Max Rager actually a drink in your country?
Max Rager?
Yeah.
Is it an energy drink?
Yeah. If you haven't watched, it's from iZombie.
That's probably not.
Rager.
Max Rager.
No, I don't think so.
I have.
No, it's
Did I disappoint you?
fictional.
Kinda, actually. Because it would have been cool. It's from a
either
series.
You guys spend the whole first day doing your various tasks. And on the second day, I'll just say that Zarascon continues with his task.
On the second day, Explo would have gone fishing with Lily since he did promise it.
Okay.
Dynamite fishing.
Yeah. And he would have made some fishing poles as well.
To put the dynamite on the end
super simple fishing poles. Like one each, like just with the dub and the hook at the end in a worm, like into the thing, and then the dynamite at the end. Or not dynamite, but the...
bait.
Yeah, hooks on the worm, like on the fishing rods we would have used worms and shit to fish. But for the dynamite fishing we would have used the flashbang.
Okay.
But isn't a flashbang just a bunch of light?
Yeah, that's just what I'm calling the grenade. That's the flashbang. It basically puts out a shockwave that can throw enemies or anything.
Yeah, you
actually
clicked the wrong
anything
one.
that's in close to 10 feet in either direction.
You clicked
So
the
we
wrong
throw that
one.
into the river, it goes boom, and the fish just comes flying out.
Well, you clicked the wrong one first. You clicked the smoke grenade.
What? Oh crap! That one.
There you go. Yeah, because the smoke grenade just creates a fog cloud, basically.
Yeah.
But the flashbang is what he's looking for. It throws them 10 feet away from the bomb.
Need to roll
So-
10 or higher on my concept to succeed at shit.
Yeah, so the thing that we're doing is, I need you to roll a perception. If you're going to use the flashbang, you need to roll a perception.
Well, it's me and Lonnie are fishing together, So,
Yeah, she can be helping you.
who has the highest perception?
Me.
My perception. Where did I put that? We hadn't used it, so I moved it somewhere. My perception is probably ass. It's a 4.
Oh, in
Yeah,
that
me.
case, you're
Right there.
helping me.
Actually, I was wrong. I made it super small. I could barely read it. My perception is persuasion. Perception is 0.
Oh, well then you're definitely helping me.
You have a positive?
Yeah, with plus
I mean, a
6.
negative?
Oh, +7, bitch. You call
Yeah,
yourself
my-
wise.
Yeah, my wisdom is only a poor 18.
Damn, that's low. Could have done better.
Well, I'm proficient, but always I'm just a poor 16.
It used to be a 16?
Alright, so
I would say
roll perception.
You're like 3 levels, and I will have like
I'm
18,
helping.
or 20
so
with
14.
Alright. You manage to see a small school of fish.
Yes.
Now, they need to roll Constitution, was it?
Die! Small school flesh. Yeah, con save.
Question: if you have a +4 in wisdom, why does you have +6 in perception?
I think he's proficient. No, wait.
Yes, I am. Yeah,
No,
I'm
then it would be
proficient.
18. That would be a +8.
No proficient in perception. I have something for it. I know. I just don't know what.
He might have a magical item, but
Probably. But it should be a +8 if you're proficient. If you have a +4. Because at level 9 you're proficient.
Yeah, why
so
is my
+4.
perception a +6?
It should be a +8.
it might.
No,
be,
it should be. I'm not proficient.
you-
It should be a +4. Why
do you
is my
have
perception?
Do you have the archery trophy? That might be it.
The what?
If you don't know what that is and you don't have it in your inventory, then never mind.
The archery
I
trophy.
thought I gave it to him. Or did I take it?
Because that might be why.
Remember when we had the big old battle?
We have had a bunch of battles.
Which big old battle?
Which one of them?
Yeah, you should. It's either you or it. Our son might have taken it too.
No.
Because basically, at one point in the campaign, they had a little festival that they went to, and they earned trophies, which gave them little bonuses.
Oh, that's right. It was a challenge, not a battle.
I must be. Next time I'll get Geo to take a look at it because I have no idea how to change the how to change it.
That's okay.
It's a 6, and I don't know why it's a 6, but I can't change it, and I don't know how I can change it.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, let me.
I know
look
one
here.
way you can change it.
It's a constitution.
Because I know I have a tiara on my head, which gives me the ability to throw fireballs. But
I
where
gave
the
them all
hell did I
kinds of
put
weird
that item?
items. Because instead of doing the main
Yeah.
mission, they kept on trying to loot places. So I just kept giving them weird items.
Totally not my fault at all. Where's the next bank, motherfuckers?
The fish rolled very well, but not high enough.
The fish actually wrote very well. They almost survived.
And they fly out of the water. They're
How
flopping
many
on the ground.
fishies?
Sorry?
How many fishies do we get?
First you have to try to get them because they're flopping on the ground. So I need you to roll dexterity.
Well, that will be both of us separately, right? We're both running after fishes.
Yes. Because some of them.
So
can
pure
escape back
dexterity
into the
or
water.
dexterity save?
Probably pure dexterity.
Yeah, just dexterity.
I'm doing an 11.
You have your +1 dexterity.
Yes,
He
I
calls
do.
it dexterous.
Maybe because I have a +5 in intelligence.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
that's me and fucking intelligence as well. I have a +2 in intelligence, but I have a +5 in dexterity.
Okay, so
And I have a +3 in wisdom.
so yep, Lily catches a couple. However, it appears that these fish have teeth. And
Oh
they try to,
shoot! Are they like piranhas?
they're called. Let me see here.
Asshole fish.
They're called kippers.
Because they're gonna bite us.
Kippers.
Kippers.
They're in the book. I looked them up.
Kippers. Oh, I wish I was there. Can flash my dexterity in their face.
So,
I kind of wish it was the growlers from Norway.
So, here's what you can do. You can attempt to avoid their bites with dexterity saving throw, or
Oh,
you can
crap.
or you can just crush them in your hand with strength.
In my hand with strength.
All right.
I'm
strength
gonna
saving
avoid
throw.
their bites with my +1 dexterity.
You have a
Is it
saving
gonna
throw.
be? It's gonna be a save.
Oh my god, that's a high number for me.
Don't forget, you're next to me, so you get a buff
Charisma
of
buff.
+4.
Paladins.
So in that case, I did get a 15 on my
got a
dexterity
19.
check.
Yeah, you got a
Wow.
19.
Pretty. Damn.
Lily, unfortunately, they bite your little fingers.
They bite my
She
little
gets a-
fingers.
She gets a +4 too, doesn't you?
That's already factored into it.
Oh,
Do you want a +2 strength?
So, I don't think paladins are proficient in strength saving throws.
Nope. Charisma and wisdom.
Yeah, that's why. She's
She
super
just get
strong,
aura of protection.
but-
Well, if she get
relatively
her
strong.
strength save, she's not super strong. She's strong.
So
She doesn't
They-
start a scan.
they bite your little fingers.
They bite my fingers.
Can't
You
even hit
take-
those.
Actually, they only do 1 damage per bite. So you take
But how many of them bite me?
4 damage.
That's it. I'm good. That's cool, man. That's cool.
But
I mean, they're
afterwards,
only
you do
fish.
manage to crush them.
I'm gonna crush the fuck out of their little. Wait, that's Lily. She's gonna have fun popping their eyeballs out. Oh, that's wrong.
They have little orange. Their eyes are orange. Their eyes are orange, and they have just little black dots in the middle of them.
This sounds like a candy.
How far are they from the ship? Just asking.
That's what they look like.
probably just. Oh, that is fucking piranha.
No, they're kippers. Piranhas
There's,
are.
if I remember, kippers are smaller than piranhas, but
Yes, they are.
more annoying.
They are? Oh, damn it.
People eat them all the time, actually, around where I live.
Do you guys have, do you know the English word for knorr, Olaf?
Growl.
Yeah. Obviously, but the name
Yeah.
of the fish. Knorr.
The actual fish? Is it
Yeah,
growler
they
or
can't call
something?
it growl.
Growler or something?
Do you have a fish named Growl?
Growlers?
In growlers, like in real life?
Growlers, I think so.
It's like you get them on the fish, your fishing pole. You put them up in the boat. They're venomous as fuck, and they just growl at you like.
They kind of look like rockfish, yeah?
Yeah, and they growl,
Yeah.
right? They growl like.
I don't know.
growler.
I'm not a fishing person, but yeah, I think growlers.
Okay, cool. So they're just called growlers. That's nice. That is like the coolest fish you can get on a fishing pole ever. Especially if you're in a boat with a bunch of girls that never seen the fish before. You pull it out of the boat, and you go say, just like, okay, beware. If it starts to growl, don't look at it, because it will spit venom at you. And then it starts growling like, "Urgh," and I go like, ah!
Terrified girls, man.
Try to jump off the boat.
Wow. Anyway,
So, Previn, what level of wizard are you?
In real life?
Yeah.
Well,
I'll say a -1.
-1. You came out of the womb, just not a wizard.
If you're preferring to the thingamajigga that if you are a virgin when you're
Yes.
30, you become. Then no, I will not become a wizard.
either way. So, okay.
I gotta go really, really soon.
Yeah, I just wanted to finish up the fishing scene. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you managed to get 8 fish.
That's it?
Yep, the rest of them jump back into the water.
Together?
Asshole.
8
Yep.
fish together, so 4 each?
Yep.
Well, we're gonna need more food for the travels back home, because we're gonna have a bunch of people with us. So,
Oh, I
Seems
have
like
the
the
I have the
fish-
thing for that.
It seems like the fish in this area are more used to accidentally getting on land, and they manage to push themselves back into the water fairly easily.
yeah, but they
Okay.
need time to do that when they're blown 10 feet.
Yeah, they took a turn, which you took that turn catching fish. So that's why you have 8 of them.
I'm just gonna try something. I'm gonna command my bear to just act like a real bear and get the fish out of the stream. Just see what it does.
Is it waterproof?
Yes, it is.
Here's what happens. Real bears sometimes go into the water to catch the fish. So it goes into the water, and if it doesn't catch something in a turn, then it's going to get pushed 70 feet away. So,
Oh, I thought they were gonna bite it. Okay.
it's a dex for your bear.
I'm just gonna
Mecha
my-
bear stats.
bear stats. Where's the bear stats?
The bear stats
Fuzzy.
are where the bear stats are.
Fuzzy. Deck save.
Yep, or just dexterity.
So 19.
Yeah, he manages to catch a big fish, like a large tuna, and he gets out of the water before he gets pushed away.
A large tuna?
Yep.
Damn, that's big. That's almost as big as the fucking bear.
Well, he's a mechanical bear, so he managed to grab it. Whereas a regular bear might have struggled with it for a little while, but he's a mechanical bear, so he managed to
Mecha
just grab it.
bear.
Good Fuzzy.
He just drops it on the ground, and it has, like, teeth marks in it, so it's already dead. It was just instantly
Cool
killed.
seas.
Mecha bear.
Do we have any salt on board of the ship?
You summon the fuck down.
Some of it. There's a little bit. Not much. What do you want to do with it? Salt the fish?
Do we have soldier on the ship? Is that the right word?
We could use the salt water from that one spell, let the water evaporate, and then we have salt.
Yeah, but that would take a long time.
Or you could just summon pickle juice or something.
Oh,
You know what? We can just try it. Like we can
set it
make
out?
we can make clip fisk. So I will command my bear to gather up like small young trees like this thick and just pull them out of the earth and make sticks out of it. And I will make like a rack, and for every fish we catch, we will just take out the organs. And do you know how dried Norwegian fish look like?
Weird.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
The head is removed. The head is removed. All the organs is removed, and you almost cut deep into the spinal cord and almost all the way through, so it like opens just like a butterfly, and then you hang it on a rack in the wind. Oh Jesus!
Let it dry.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that looks pretty weird. Yes.
When they debone fish, they do something similar.
What the hell just happened?
I don't know. Something.
Everything started blinking,
Blah.
and then I got disconnected.
I gotta go, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's alright.
Bye bye. Hope to see you next week.
I hope next week.
Maybe.
Possibly.
When is
Okay.
Tim gonna be able to join again?
I think
Or you
he's
both.
dropped.
Oh yeah, he dropped, right.
So, the only other thing that I was gonna do for this scene was, if you wanted to go actually real fishing. As in, with a...
Like with the rods?
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have, as I commanded my bear and used the flashbang, we would have like just found some worms for the rods and just pull it into the water and then stick the rods into the earth with a bunch of rocks around them, just like they're just sitting there, because it is a stream, so
hmm
we don't have to like
Oh,
heave ho.
and for your sticks, this place is more of a savanna type area, so the bear comes back after a couple of hours with a couple of sticks.
Is it enough to make my drying rack?
You could probably make a drying rack for 2 or 3 fish.
Well, I order it to go get more. Make a bigger rack to dry more fish.
Okay, it takes about 5 hours this time and comes back with the same amount of fish. Or sticks.
Okay.
It'll gone for like 10 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when he's gone, I will have filleted all the small fish into what I just described. And the big fish, I would have cut into smaller portions, just, make it able to dry. Because if the fish is too thick, it won't dry, it would just spoil.
Okay, so I'm gonna get you to roll for your fishing rod. Which is just dexterity.
What do you want me to roll?
Just dexterity. And I'll roll
My
for
dexterity?
Yep. And I'll roll for Lily.
Whoa!
Aren't artificers proficient in that?
No.
Dexterity, no?
Oh. Was it intelligence or wisdom?
Intelligence.
I thought I got intelligence and dex, but I don't know.
It's like intelligence, wisdom, and dex. That's the things you want. But I have extra in constitution just to not be able to get one-shotted by anything.
I have strength, dex, and con.
Okay, so you managed to catch about 15 more fish of varying sizes. However, Explo, one of your fish, you actually, I need you to roll a strength saving throw.
From me?
Yup. Because you rolled
Is the
high
bear
enough to
close by?
catch a bigger fish.
Is the
Yeah.
bear close by?
The bear at that point is going to fetch you some sticks at that point.
Crap.
However,
But it-
Lily is next to you, so you do get her aura bonus.
+4.
Well, if Lily was next to me and as soon as something really grabbed on, I would have told her to, like, take my stick and I'll help you.
Yeah, unfortunately, she doesn't get there fast enough, so you need to pull back.
Crap. So, strength +4, right?
Yeah.
So whatever you roll on your strength save, +4. So 20. Yeah, you
Well, that's
managed to...
19. No, yeah, it's 20.
Yeah, it's 20. You managed to pull this huge eel out of the water. It's about 20 feet long.
Damn.
However, it doesn't just sit there. It tries to attack you.
Stupid eel.
So, you get a turn at it first, because it wasn't expecting to get pulled out of the water.
Okay.
So how do you want to attack it?
Well, first off, it's an eel.
Mhm.
So as soon as I see it's trying to launch forward to us, I will actually throw a sticky bomb at its face.
What kind of
Just to
bomb?
give it even worse mobility.
Oh, sticky black tar. Oh, okay. It's like your tanglefoot bags or whatever they're called.
Yeah, Tanglefoot. So it basically makes an area for the creature in a 5-foot radius. Sticky it makes it difficult terrain for 1 minute, and any creature that starts its turn underground in the area has a speed halved.
Okay. So that just happened. Okay, that's cool. So it's stuck in there. So what do you want to do? Do you have a bonus action or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
I don't have any bonus actions.
Lily's approaching. She's taking her turn to approach. Alright, so...
As she's approaching, X was like, just chop his head off. Don't ruin the meat.
Got it! Yeah. It's going to try to move, however it's on land. So it moves a total of 5 feet towards you. Which it's about 10 feet away from you when it started. So closed half the distance. It would have instantly gotten to you if you wouldn't have put the tanglefoot bag down. So it didn't reach you. So it's your turn again.
I'm actually toiling right now, but... So Lily didn't take a swing?
She couldn't move close enough to it.
Oh, okay. Is it like growling or like just trying to get at us? Is its mouth open?
Its mouth is open and it's trying to bite you. It
Okay,
snapped at you, but it didn't get close enough to hurt you.
Okay, so fishy fish is gonna get... I don't want to taint the meat. So it's gonna get a fire grenade. I'm gonna throw the fire grenade in its mouth as it's opening it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just to be sure, I'm gonna use a bomb charge. One bomb charge to make it like, gonna put 2 bombs together in like a rod. And I'll just throw the rod inside its mouth.
Okay.
So that will be 2 fire bombs and 2 dexterity saving throws for the fish.
Okay. Dex.
I don't know if I hit the mouth, will it get disadvantage on dex saves or not?
It doesn't get disadvantage. It doesn't get disadvantage.
Okay, well, it didn't make him anyway, so that's a total of 22 damage. Fire damage.
Okay. It's bloodied. So Lily walks over, and she uses her imp. It's the name of her axe, the imp.
It can summon an imp.
It
Nice.
can, but she's never used it.
Nice.
So it's still not down. So she's gonna use it again.
It's still alive?
Oh yeah. And
Damn.
she missed.
It's beefy.
What did
So-
she miss with?
10. She rolled 10.
Oh, 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I can understand that. I was like, oh damn, did you miss with like a 19?
No.
Does this
Um,
thing have a 20 in AC?
So it lunges for you.
Yes.
X-Blow. It's mad at you.
Is it a straight up attack, or do I get to do a save, or
It rolled a natural 1.
with a +6? Damn. That's high.
So it misses with its first attack. Second attack, 18.
Okay, that. Yeah, that barely hits me.
Okay. So it's going to do... It does 13 electric damage
Ooh, it's an electric sea eel.
as it grabs onto your leg, and a little bit of a shock of electricity just goes through your body as it grabs onto you. And it just looks up at you, and it kind of coils up like a snake, almost, as it just looks at you, ready to attack again.
Huh.
So it is your turn.
As soon as it does that, kind of don't want to kill it. My berry's still like far away, or is it a chance that he will return
Oh
during the
no,
battle?
he's searching for.
Oh,
sticks.
he's far into the woods searching for sticks. Damn it!
You told him to go search for sticks. This is during the section where he was gone for 5 hours. So he's far away.
Okay, in that case, I will. For now on, I will do non-lethal damage to the
Okay.
thing.
Okay, that is possible.
So since now I don't want to use them, I don't want to use them for meat anymore, because this is interesting. So I will make use the same bomb charge
Mhm.
and make the same thing, and I will try to hit for its mouth or on its body with two acid grenades, and
Okay.
see what happens.
So its dexterity is +3.
That's a big fish.
It's a big fish.
It's 20 feet long, and it's like this round.
That's a big fish.
Havel.
Something like that.
Ocean eel.
Probably.
You missed
Save
the
a
first
10.
one. However, it still gets hit by the 27, which knocks it unconscious.
Nice.
So it falls to the ground. Lily sheathes her imp. And she goes back to fishing.
Okay, so I want to do a nature check on the fish just to see, can it breathe air or does it need water?
Okay, make a
Just
nature
water.
check.
So 19.
It not only has gills, but it has lungs for air. So yes, it can.
Okay, cool. So as soon as my bear gets back.
And when with that nature check, you know what this is.
Oh,
It is one of the Feywild type creatures that sometimes leaks onto the material plane. It is a combination of an eel and an anaconda.
oh. So it's very rare.
Yes, on this plane, yes, it is very rare.
Okay.
So it's like an anaconda that has like eel characteristics on it and can breathe underwater and all kinds of neat things. And it also has, instead of like venom sacs that a snake would have, it actually magically discharges electricity through its teeth. which is why
Okay.
it shocked you so well. It has like these sacs that just build up with electricity, and then when it bites down, it just discharges some of that.
Okay. So what I want to do when my bear returns is literally tell it to pick that thing up and keep it like in a lock position, like it can't like kind of get away. And
Remember,
I can speak to my bear telepathically, right?
No.
I don't remember.
You have to
Okay.
give it verbal commands.
Okay.
If it were like a familiar, you could give it telepathic commands, but this is like a mechanical creature.
I will. I'm pretty sure that I gave most of the party, especially Lily, the power to give my bear commands through me or something. I don't quite remember.
I think that it obeys you because earlier in the campaign, they were giving it orders and it wasn't doing anything. So you
Yeah, well,
you
that was
changed it.
Erasan trying to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I locked it all down so nobody can speak to it. Fuck. Well, as soon as it returns, if it doesn't wake up, as soon as I see it like move, I will hit it with another grenade or just smack it in the head with a stick to keep it unconscious.
Okay, I'll say that you can do that. I'm not
Okay,
gonna
so
force you to roll.
As soon
and
as
then
my
if you
bear
miss, it goes
returns,
away.
I tell him to restrain it and carry it back to the ship. And I will sprint with my rocket boots, and I will, if you want me to, I will use bomb charges to get back to the ship. As soon as I give the bear the order, I will use my rocket boots to get as fast as absolutely possible back to the ship.
Okay, so that happens.
Yep.
Did you keep track of how many fish you caught with the rod?
Not mine.
You each caught, if I remember correctly.
You said something about 14.
Yes, that was your total. So,
Okay, so total of 14 fish. I will get back to those fish. Maybe. But first, as soon as I get back to the ship, I will make like a big ass container in the engine room. And I will, as soon as I make the container, however long you want me to use to build that container, it's like a big barrel.
Mhm.
Big enough of a barrel to make that fish kind of swim freely in a circle around in that barrel.
Okay,
And it is
I'll
an
get you to-
eel, and
I'll
they're
get-
known to be able to live in very small spaces
Yeah, that's fine.
compared to their sizes.
That's fine. I was just letting you know how big it was. There is, like, if you do make it too small, it won't fit, no matter what. But, so I'll get you to make a tinker's check.
So
That's a bad
21.
roll for you.
All right,
It is a bad roll, but I'm gonna hope that it's good enough.
all right. You make a container. It's kind of like an aquarium.
Cool.
It's got glass and everything, so that way you can see it. But it has some metal reinforcements on it. So that way if it tries to, like, bite the glass or whatever, it won't necessarily break right away. So the container's full. Or the container's built, is what I should say.
Yeah, and I will use my alchemy jug to fill it with. By the way, the water in the stream, is it fresh or salt?
In the stream, that stuff's fresh. In the veins.
Okay, so it will take a little longer for me to fill that up with my alchemy jug.
Yeah, you.
But I will start filling it with my alchemy jug, and I will start making a small contraption at the end that when I push a button, I will make the same connection through the engine as I did with my bear on the tank, and when I push a button, I will connect it to like the steering wheel of the ship.
Mhm.
And as I push that button, a small little kind of like spear made of iron will go out into the water with a fish on the end, which will hopefully make the eel bite down on the fish and do the electric surge and give the engine more power.
Okay, I'll say that is factored into your 21. Because you built the container with that 21. So, we'll see if it works. But you managed to get the eel inside the container. And as soon as it wakes up, it doesn't seem happy that it's in a container.
Of course not. Of course not.
But it doesn't try to escape. At least not yet. Seems
Yeah.
like
I will study it a little bit further to see if can it survive in salt water. That is like literally.
You add some salt water to the water that's in there. It doesn't seem bothered by it.
Okay.
It doesn't like go or anything like that. It just keeps sitting there.
Does it seem more intelligent than other animals?
It seems like it. As soon as it woke up, it looked around and saw that it didn't even try to struggle. As soon as it looked around at its surroundings. So from that, you surmise that it probably knows that it's trapped. So it's not going to try to escape yet until it gets like an obvious opportunity to do so. Which is higher level strategic thinking.
That if it's basically, does it have the same mind span of a dog or better?
Well, it has higher level, from what I just told you, it has higher level strategic thinking, which dogs can sometimes tell that they're trapped and not even bother trying to escape. So you're not sure. It's based on your nature check that you made before.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're not sure. You could research it if you really wanted to, but you would have to find a place where you can research it and everything.
Yep. Well, after all that shit is done, I will return to the fish, and I will do the same thing, make dried fish out of it, and I will return straight to the boat and continue research on my new cool-ass eel.
Alright, it doesn't seem like it... It seems like when you try to get it to do things, it seems like it senses that you're trying to get it to do something, and it seems to oppose your attempts actively.
Yeah, but it gets rewards, right? It gets food for doing good shit.
It still seems rebellious. So, even though you're feeding it for it to do things, it's sort of sometimes it won't do things just to see your frustrated reaction.
Some of the people in the village, are they the same, like, mermaid people?
There was only one mermaid person that you've seen, and that particular mermaid person was attached to the crazy guy, was a baby, so probably wouldn't know if you were going to ask it something.
Well, if Howler gets the crazy guy back to the boat and the baby is still attached to his shoulder, I will ask her to speak with this creature.
Okay, yeah, she can speak with other fish, so that might work. You don't know. But either way, we ran a way longer than I was expecting to, because the little fishing thing took a little longer than I thought, because I threw in that special fish. So, we're gonna end
I'm fine to go on as long as you want, dude.
I'm good.
Don't know about Olaf.
I'm gonna end there.
I'm fine. Yeah, if he's gonna, but I would find staying longer.
Yeah, it would be awkward to continue without everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cut it.